HSBN Live is on the air. Welcome everybody to McArthur High School in Hollywood, Florida for today's game between Cooper City and McArthur. Hello again everybody, I'm Jay Hayback along with my broadcast partners today, Justin Bresner. Justin, welcome.
Thanks, Jay. Should be a good one. District rivals here, the Mustangs and the Cowboys. Looking forward to a good game tonight.
And Sebastian Caballero. Sebastian, welcome.
Thank you. Looking forward to this great district rivalry matchup between the Cowboys and the Mustangs today.
Both of these teams have a very long history as this is a rivalry game. McArthur coming in very confident tonight. Cooper City was able to get the better of McArthur last season, taking 2 of the 3 games and defeating them in the districts. Coaching today for Cooper City is Brian Clark, and for McArthur it is one of our favorite names in baseball history, Odabe Young McDowell. So let's get you the lineups for today's game. And for Cooper City, it'll be number 23, Juan Ventura, leading off and playing center field. Batting second, number 5, Michael Hebdig, playing left field. Batting third, number 14, Jordan Schulman, doing the catching today. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 24, Steven Suarez. Batting fifth, number 13, Zane Senti, the right fielder. Batting sixth, it's going to be Frankie Vasquez, the third baseman, number 19. Batting seventh, Nick Villalonga, the first baseman, wearing number 10. Batting eighth is Joey Goldstein, the shortstop, wearing number 16. And batting ninth, our favorite position, number 12, Elijah Baker, the second baseman. On the mound for Cooper City is going to be their workhorse from last season, Jonathan Piaggio, number 17. Last season, in 16 innings pitched, he had 25 strikeouts against only 13 walks. And for McArthur, here is the lineup. Batting first, Jose Hernandez, wearing number 15, playing center field. Tyler Kachadorian, playing right field, wearing number 12, is batting second. Batting third, all eyes on Yordis Valdez. Remember that name, folks, number 7, playing shortstop, as the scouts are here today to watch Yordis Valdez. He has already committed to FSU, and we are told that he is going to be a good one. Batting fourth is Andres Delone, number 37, playing first base. Ulises Rodriguez will play third base and wear number 9. Batting sixth, Josue Figueroa, wearing number 11 and playing left field. Batting seventh, Joseph Perez, number 77, doing the catching. Batting eighth will be the pitcher, Tony La Russa style, Justin, will be Kevin Eiler, number 21, and batting ninth, George Hernandez, wearing number 2, the second baseman. Kevin Eiler was the workhorse for McArthur last season, pitched 43 and a third innings, went 2-3, a 3.39 ERA, 40 strikeouts against 18 walks. So you can only expect, Sebastian, that with an off season of training, that Eiler might even be better than last season?
I think so, and I think with this being a rivalry game, it adds that X factor, and it makes you want to play your best game of the season. I think Eiler's going to come out.
Little adrenaline,
absolutely,
a little extra sauce for this one.
Absolutely, and I think him hitting also works out in his favor. He gets to, produce some runs for himself as well.
Well, Eiler last season wasn't a bad hitter. He hit 238 in 42 at-bats. He had 6 RBIs, so a very respectable job hitting, and you can only assume those numbers are going to rise as well.
Pitchers get a lot, they say that pitchers can't hit, but pitchers can swing it a little bit.
Well, I think also, Sebastian, as we get into the next part of baseball, into college and in professional ranks, I think they discourage the pitchers from taking any batting practice, from taking fielding practice. I think they kind of force them into that PO, that pitcher-only type of category.
I've never really been a fan of the designated hitter, especially in Major League Baseball.
You're going to have a fight on your hands from Justin today, I will tell you that.
It makes the game more interesting. It's more of a strategic game when you have the pitcher hitting. What roster moves do you make? Do you pinch hit for your pitcher? Do you take him out early to get some runs?
There's no doubt it makes for a better managed game, but when you look at what the fans are paying for, and again, Major League Baseball is all about the fans. Are the fans really paying to watch a pitcher hit 068?
But they're in it for a good baseball game. I think real baseball fans that understand the game, the beauty of it, of those specific roster moves. For example, let's say a pitcher's got a no-hitter in the 6th inning, but they're only up 1-0. They got a chance to drive in a run here. Do you take him out of the game? Do you pinch hit for him?
There's no doubt it creates scenarios that are well beyond our pay grade. But what I'm saying is, when you look at the overall game and we'll bring Justin into this situation as well. When you look at the game of baseball at the major league level, and let's forget what we're talking about high school here and college, which is what HSBN Live and South Florida Broadcast Network are doing their games. But when you look at the major league level, and Justin, we'll bring you into this conversation too, having the pitchers hit really just puts another out on the board, doesn't it?
It does indeed. I've been telling you for years they need to change that in the major leagues. Nobody wants to see the pitcher hit. Once in a blue moon, you get a guy who's got a stick. It does happen from time to time. I'm not going to say it's unheard of.
Well, we have
but
one.
Most times it's a straight out.
There's one major league pitcher that can hit, Ohtani.
At the moment, yes. But in the past, there have been other pitchers that can hit.
Well, you got guys like Madison Bumgarner, Jake Arrieta that have been able to swing it throughout their career and have been able to swing with power. So, I understand most pitchers are that automatic out, but you got some pitchers that can actually swing it.
And what about the pitchers that are constantly asked to bunt and get hurt bunting? Haven't we seen situations where pitchers, even in batting practice, have hurt themselves bunting and been out for the season?
Injuries are part of the game, guys. Injuries are bound to happen, and if they get hurt, sacrificing themselves for their team.
Yeah, that's why you do away with the pitcher's batting. Just let me see a slugger in there instead every time. They'll change it. It'll just take a few years.
Well, that's the other thing is you have all these teams in the major leagues. In the American League, you have one extra slot for a hitter that isn't, let's say, a very good fielder. That is maybe an older hitter, somebody in their mid-30s that's proven they can hit 25, 35 home runs. In the National League, you have all these teams where that roster spot doesn't exist. By bringing in the designated hitter to the National League, aren't you then opening roster spots for these other hitters?
Absolutely. And that's what they should be doing right now. Where's David Wright going to hit? His fielding skills, he's a little older now. Where's he going to hit? Need that DH spot. I want to see him at the plate. I want to see him. I don't want to see Kershaw. I don't want to see Bumgarner. There's a lot of pitchers that I just don't want to see. What do you think the collective batting average, if you put all the pitchers together throughout the season at the end, would be?
I'm going to say 106.
Right, way south of even 200, and 200 is way down there. So, yeah, I want to see a slugger. Where's the Frank Thomas? Bring up Frank. Well, he knows what he's doing.
I'll tell you one pitcher that I want to see swing the bat, and that's our boy Kevin Eiler, number 8 hitter here for the Mustangs.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing it back to the game at hand.
Good job, Sebastian. So, folks, we are live here at McArthur High School, and we want to remind everybody our live chat line is up and going. So any of you that would like to join the conversation, please type your comments into our YouTube live chat, and we will read some of them on the air, and we will have that discussion and keep it interactive for you folks today and all season here on HSBN Live. And the viewer's starting to pick up now.
Did he really? No, he was telling me something.
So there goes McArthur taking the field, and coming into your camera screen was Oda B. McDowell, the manager for McArthur.
Taking the field with McArthur Mustangs. We have Jose Hernandez, number 15. Tyler Cachadorian, number 2, number 12. Jordy Valdez, number 7. Andres Dillon, 37.
And we'll let the PA announcer do his job.
Josue Figueroa, number 11. Joseph Perez, number 77. Kevin Ehlers, 21.
You can see the first warm-up tosses from Kevin Eiler.
George Hernandez, number 2. Steve Zamora, number 5. Joel Oliva, number 4.
McArthur wearing the white
Martinez,
jerseys
number 20.
with the green trim.
Number 23, Joey DeSantis.
Cooper City wearing the black jerseys with the red trim. Cooper City wearing gray pants. McArthur wearing the white pants. A lot of tension and excitement surround this game here today. Both of these teams had this game circled on their schedule, as when we did their press conferences, Justin, we knew this one was going to be a big one.
We did, and we're lucky enough to be here tonight to watch it. I can't wait for this to get started.
The lights are not on yet, but they will be on momentarily, as this game will be a night game before it is all said and done. It is a beautiful day here in Hollywood, Florida at McArthur High School tonight. A partly cloudy sky. We are told a light 20% chance of rain tonight. Right now, we do not see any threat of rain. As we look to the west, we do see some clouds out there, but we can only hope that those will stay away from us today.
I think the wind's going to keep that off to the west there, Jay. It's really windy out here.
Temperature at a beautiful 80 degrees. The wind coming out of the east-southeast at 12 miles per hour.
And here we go.
And we are about ready for action here, folks. So, Juan Ventura steps in for Cooper City. The stats we have, folks, are going to be last season's stats. So anybody, that one left up high for a ball, anybody that did not play on either of these rosters last season, we will not have stats for. So far, Cooper City has only played one game. McArthur does not have any stats as of yet. There's the fastball in for a strike.
Yeah, wasn't there some talk about a serious injury to one of the Cooper City coaching staff?
It was Hollywood Hills.
Hollywood Hills. Ooh.
Another fastball low for a ball. The count now 2-1. The scoreboard just off the screen down the third baseline, so we will try to keep you up to date as much as we can. And that one hit down the line. Nice play over there, and he got him by 4 steps. Beautiful play over there by Ulises Rodriguez. Rodriguez ranged to his right, backhand stab, and fired a strike and got Ventura before he was halfway down the baseline. And we are underway. This is going to be Michael Hebdig.
Cooper City with a chant going over there.
Hebdig hits that one foul. Hebdig last season hit .241 in 54 at bats, so he did get the majority of at-bats last season. Had 6 RBIs. 314 on base percentage. Swung through that one. Good looking pitch there from Eiler. And the lights are on. Those nice new halogens. And that one sliced down the left field line. This is going to be trouble. And it is a foul ball, just foul, about 2 feet.
That's what I was saying earlier, Jay, with this kind of wind. I don't think we're going to see too many balls get out of here today because the wind's pushing everything towards left field there.
Well, for those of you who watch our South Florida Broadcast Network coverage, know that when we do our Miami-Dade College games, there is a small window in left field that Nico Martinez seems to like. Big curveball in for strike 3. He struck him out. Eiler with a beautiful snap curveball. And that is 2 outs in the inning.
That's a great job by Eiler right there, getting 2 quick outs to start off the game.
Jordan Schulman will step in. Schulman hit .392 last season, led the team with 19 RBIs. He did have a home run to his credit, so he does have pop in his bat and hits that one high in the air but foul. But as we were saying, Justin, Nico Martinez for Miami-Dade South has found a little crevice in the left field corner in between the 2 banners, and he has put 2 balls there in 2 games. And now
have to rename it after him.
And now here at McArthur High School, we have the exact same situation. And that one popped up, high pop up into the wind, and he comes up and makes the catch, and that will do it. George Hernandez settled under that one. We are through 1/2 inning of play. Cooper City, nothing. McArthur coming to bat. You are watching HSBN Live.
How you doing, man? I'm sorry I'm late, bro. I'm sorry I'm late. I went home, and of course traffic was terrible coming all the way down there. So
Thanks for calling.
yeah, of course.
Alec, this is Sebastian. Alec Toledo.
Nice to meet you, bro.
And you know Justin.
How you doing?
Have you guys met before? You know Justin?
Maybe once, yeah.
What's going on?
Good.
All right. So you see I sit in here?
Yeah, please. Alec Toledo has also joined our broadcast. Matt Bird will be joining our broadcast as well. We will have a full house here, as it is also HSBN's Broward Game of the Week. So Anthony Utariello in the house tonight, and we'll see if we can get Anthony behind the mic for some special guest commentary. It's going to be Jonathan Piaggio on the mound for Cooper City, the tall right-hander. Piaggio, 6'1", 180 pounds, a tall right-hander. Justin, I think I was like 5'4" in high school. I see these guys coming in over 6 feet. Look like giants to me.
Piaggio is actually coming off a great outing his last time out. Threw 4 in the 3rd inning, got the dub against South Broward.
Hunter Fiore gets the text line going. It says McArthur all the way. So the McArthur fans starting to pull in, and the fans starting to pull into our YouTube channel. And here is the first pitch, and hit on the ground. There's going to be a hard play in the hole, and it'll be an infield hit. Jose Hernandez swung at the first pitch. He liked it and hit it in the hole and was able to get an infield hit out of it.
That was the perfect place to put it. It crossed up the third baseman and the shortstop trying to get to it. Allows Hernandez to make his way over to first.
Last year, Hernandez hit 293.
Off the bat, number 12, Tyler Cachadorian.
So here's the aforementioned Cachadorian, Jay. A right fielder stepping up to the plate.
Cachadorian going to bunt. This is going to be a hard play to second. The only play to first. It'll go as a sacrifice. Cachadorian does his job and gets Hernandez to second base.
And here's the guy everybody came to see, Jay.
Well, it also shows you, a lot of times, guys, we don't see in the first inning small ball on the first opportunity. But I think it shows you how important this game is to both teams tonight.
Well, it's early in these types of games to get on the board first, so great job right there to get the runner over in scoring position. Let your third hitter try to drive in that.
Yeah,
play.
but with first base open, don't you think about pitching around Yordis Valdez now?
I think you got to go after him here. It's early in the game, so you got to prove to yourself that you can get this hitter out.
Big sweeping curveball just missed up high.
It looked like a pretty good one there on the first pitch.
Piaggio thought he had that one. You could tell by his body language, and throws another one, and that'll get the runner to third. But now there are 2 outs. So a weak grounder to the first baseman, unassisted, and they get Valdez. I don't think Valdez is going to see a fastball tonight, guys.
He might not, but he did a great job getting that runner over to third base.
2 outs, man on third for Andres Delon.
Yeah, I would call that, Sebastian, a semi-productive out.
Andres Delon.
Well, anytime a wild pitch would score the run here.
Very true. And that one hit hard, and that's going to get all the way back, and it is going to be gone! It is gone! Andres Delon absolutely hammered that ball into the left field corner, into Nico Martinez land, Justin.
Yeah, except here it's somebody's backyard.
He
But exactly
destroyed
where
that
Nico would
ball.
put it.
That was a no-doubter into the left field corner. The only place you will hit a home run here tonight. And McArthur gets on the board first. It is 2-0, McArthur.
Here comes Ulysses Rodriguez.
You know, the one thing I'm noticing, guys, McArthur is jumping on the first pitch. We've
are.
seen
If
it
it
with
looks
3
good,
of the
they're gonna
first.
swing.
Actually, all 4 batters, I think, swung at the first pitch, with the exception of the third batter that let 1 pitch go for a ball. But I think all the rest of the hitters went after the first pitch so far.
Well, if he's in the strike zone, you got to take a hack here.
Oh, that was a hack. He couldn't
Looks
catch
like
up
the
to that
first-
one.
Yeah, it looks like the first pitch fastball is what they're trying to jump on, not really the breaking stuff.
Changeup in the dirt. McArthur on top early. We are in the bottom of the first inning. McArthur on a 2-run home run by Andres Delon lead Cooper City. And that one
Another
hit
shot.
hard. And that one going back, all the way back to the wall. And he makes the catch on the warning track. Michael Hebdig staying busy out in left field. One of them over his head and one of them in his glove. And that will do it. McArthur takes a 2-0 lead on the 2-run home run by Andres Delon. We go to the top of the second inning. Here at McArthur High School, you are watching the Broward Game of the Week on HSBN Live. Carlos Ventura on the text line says, Ventura is an athlete, I think he might be biased.
Probably so, Jay. But it's okay to be biased when it's a family member. So Eiler's going to come out for his second inning of work. And Cooper City is going to lead off with their DH, number 24, Steven Suarez. But already 2 in the hole here, Jay, to start the game.
Really not the place you want to be if you're Cooper City. If you're McArthur, you are in hog heaven right now. That's the exact start you wanted.
And ironic they worked so hard to get the runner over to third, and it didn't make a difference where he was. He was coming home no matter what.
Well, one thing that home run will do is it'll get the butterflies out of everybody's stomach. And this game is now underway for everybody.
This win, I was surprised I got out. There's some serious wind coming from right field.
HSBN Live, Anthony Utariello is also here tonight, and we'll see if at some point we can get him behind the microphone as well.
First pitch called strike. It's in the dirt, ball 2. Or sorry, 1-1.
Eiler has a wicked curveball, as we've already seen it in the first inning, and you could see the drop on that, a wipeout curveball from Eiler. There's that fastball right on the black.
Yeah, Eiler's done a really great job of mixing his pitches here early on.
Yeah, you absolutely gotta love the location of those fastballs as well.
There's that curveball again.
Now goes to 2-2.
The one thing McArthur does not want here is to get that momentum back into Cooper City's hands. Now that they've got that 2-run lead, they want to keep it.
In the dirt. Ball 3. Full count, Jay.
A lot of traffic out in the outfield. I just noticed there's an incredible amount of cars passing by us here. We are right in the middle of traffic here at McArthur High School. Fastball swung on and missed.
Great
He
pitch.
struck him out.
Great pitch.
Eiler with his second strikeout. This is going to be Zane Senti. Last season, Senti was a mainstay in this lineup for Cooper City. In 48 at-bats, he hit .229 with 7 RBIs. Fastball left up high.
Since he also was the only round tripper for the Cowboys last season.
Oh, that's in for a strike. Well, they're looking good early in the game. Popped up. Shallow center.
Settling underneath it and makes the catch is Jose Hernandez. The wind has died down a little, guys. We may get a little action out here.
Well, it's 2 quick outs for the Mustangs. This is Frankie Vasquez, the third baseman.
Fastball at the belt. Good moving fastball. The viewership is rising. Word getting out. And that one pounded into the ground foul. He might have hurt himself.
He might have hurt himself. Okay.
He might need an ankle brace, Justin.
A shin guard.
He's got one already.
He's got the shin guard. Well, at least he's back up. He's going to walk it off.
They'll give him a moment. You know, guys, we notice in these rivalry games that the intensity seems to be at such a fever pitch early that sometimes there's an emotional dump. And we might be seeing that right now after the home run from McArthur, that adrenaline dump now starting to take effect. It's who's going to be able to fight through that.
For sure, there's definitely a lot less chatter out there right now, Jay, compared to what we saw in the first inning.
That one just up high.
An off-speed pitch of some kind. I couldn't really tell what that was. Sebastian, what do you think that was?
That was a breaking ball right there from Eiler.
Misses out.
Just missed with that fastball. Eiler moving his pitches all around the strike zone. Even count now 2-2. Hit hard down the left field line, but foul.
Cooper City's doing a very good job of seeing a lot of pitches this inning, Jay. It may not result in anything for this inning, but it's a good job to try to tire out the pitcher out there.
And that might be a strategy that they want to employ tonight, Alec, because what we're seeing so far is Eiler has been absolutely masterful, and you don't want to give Eiler a chance to get too deep into this game. That's a very good point.
Eiler could be coming back with a breaking ball right here.
He did. Oh, and he just got a piece of it. Good bit of hitting there by Vasquez just to even get a piece of that one.
Yeah, that pitch definitely had a lot more bite to it than that 2-1 pitch that just seemed to just kind of stay up there.
Time is called. Vasquez is going to step out of the box. Chops that one up. First baseman coming over to make the play. And he does.
Andre Stallone, the home run man, makes the final out of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. An uneventful inning for Cooper City. And McArthur looking to add to their 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second. You are watching Cooper City versus McArthur on HSBN Live. Coming up for McArthur is going to be Josue Figueroa, Joseph Perez, and the pitcher, Kevin Eiler.
And now we'll go back to our earlier debate about whether the pitcher's hitting is a good thing or not. We'll see what kind of stick.
I'm just going to take a step back and watch you and Sebastian go at it, because I know you guys have completely opposite opinions on this, so it'll be my pleasure to watch.
Gotta let them hit. Let the pitchers hit.
They're there for their arms. There's no need for them to pick up a bat and hit sub 200 on the season. You know, Jose's not with us anymore, and he was one of the better hitters. Jose Fernandez is one of the better hitters.
Just think about
as pitchers go.
Think about the excitement that the pitchers bring when they actually do hit.
The 1 out of 7 times, yeah, I guess it is kind of exciting, but still, always want the DH in there.
1 out of 7.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be so bad.
I was trying to be nice about it. I was trying not to make it seem as bad as it is. There's no need for the pitcher to hit. I mean, I understand some of them will be decent at it.
I was more like 1 out of 12. 1 out of 7 is pretty good for
Give
a
me
pitcher.
a slugger.
You're like in Greg
hitter.
Maddox, Steve Avery territory. 1 out of 7.
Now batting, number 11, Josue Figueroa.
So Josue Figueroa will step in, and Piaggio set for his second inning of work, and that one hit hard up the middle, and it'll get through for a base hit. Elijah Baker dove to his right, but was unable to come up with it as the ball hit the corner of the mound and squirted into right center field. And again, guys, swinging at the first pitch.
That's a great job right there by Figueroa, getting the leadoff guy on. Great job.
With a 2-run lead, we'll see how aggressive McArthur wants to be here,
the bat,
or
Joseph Perez,
how
number
passive in the
77.
sense of maybe playing more sacrifice ball as we saw in the first inning. I mean, if it worked in the first, maybe again. Runner goes on a curveball, a good pitch to go on, and that ball will land on the shortstop side.
Josue Figueroa with a stolen base.
So Figueroa swipes second.
I think even with a great throw, he had that beat. He had a very good jump off that first base.
Not only that, Alec, but he did get a good jump, but it was also a great pitch to go on, as that curveball just seemed to take forever to get to the catcher. By the time the ball got into the glove of Jordan Schulman, I think he tried to rush that throw. So it'll be number 77, George Murison, coming to hit. Nothing? All right.
No.
Joseph Perez.
Definitely a familiar name out there.
I gave it as long as I could. Joseph Perez, the batter. Perez getting his first action this season with McArthur, playing catcher. Good lead at second base. And Piaggio thought so as well, as there's a runner at second in the form of Josue Figueroa with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. McArthur already leading 2-0. Perez may try to bunt here as well. Curveball somehow made its way back into the strike zone. Nice pitch there. Little backdoor.
You would love nothing more than to drive in this run with the pitcher coming up on deck here.
I think anything to the right side is good, right, guys?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think right now you're looking to have a quality at bat.
And
There
he
it
did
is.
go to the right side. That is a
Straight to second
perfect
base,
bit of
man.
hitting right there. So
Absolutely.
Perez does his job. It won't show up in the scorebook. It won't go as a sacrifice, so he will lose average points on that.
That's a great job hitting with 2 strikes. You at least want to get a job done right there. Have a quality at bat. He got the job done, getting that runner over to third base.
So now, with Josue Figueroa at third and only 1 out, it's going to be the pitcher, Kevin Eiler, with a myriad of ways to bring that runner home from third.
Caught the outside corner with that one.
So the infield playing back, they are willing to give up that third run.
Very interesting to see a curveball in the first pitch to the pitcher here.
All right, now, if you're Piaggio, you're looking for a strike out here. You're trying to keep the ball in your control.
Our viewership rising on YouTube, and we're glad that you folks can tune in tonight. It is a beautiful night here at McArthur High School. McArthur already leading 2-0. Big curveball up high. We are in the bottom of the second inning. There is only 1 out, and Josue Figueroa on third base after a leadoff hit and a stolen base got him to second. A ground ball by Joseph Perez to the right side. Elijah Baker made that play, and Figueroa was able to make his way to third, and that is where we sit right now. It was a 2-run home run by Andres Stallone in the first inning that got the scoring underway, and that is where we sit right now, 2-0 up high.
You also gotta love, Jay, that we have the extra sunlight now that we changed our clocks back up forward an hour. So now we're up to about 8 o'clock when the sun will start setting.
Love it, love it, love it. Curveball sliced foul, cued off the end of the bat into the McArthur bench. The lights are on here at McArthur, and very nice lights here, very nice halogens. An extra set of lights behind home plate also, so good lighting here at McArthur for the players. Very safe lighting. He foul tipped it, and he struck him out. Piaggio gets the strikeout, and a huge strikeout for Cooper City.
That's a big pitch right there by Piaggio, keeping that runner on third now.
Put it up in his eyes.
Gonna need a base hit to drive in that
A
runner.
pitcher's pitch, to be sure.
Here's the ever dangerous number 9 batter, Jay. George Hernandez, the second baseman.
Batting now, George Hernandez.
And what will the number 9 batter bring us tonight, boys? What kind of gift are we going to get from the number 9 hitter tonight? Curveball in for a strike. For those of you just joining us and have never watched an HSBN Live or a South Florida Broadcast Network performance from us, the number 9 hitter in all of our broadcasts typically brings us something we have never seen before. Foul straight back.
Well, most teams view the number 9 hitter as a second leadoff guy in their order, so Hernandez could be playing an important role in tonight's game.
And also, the opposing team typically doesn't take the 9 hitter as seriously, we've found. Even though they should.
Yeah, they shouldn't take any of these hitters from McArthur easy.
That one's left up high.
Viewership rising on YouTube. Folks, feel free to join our text line. Just type in your message on YouTube and we will read your message on the air. Keep it clean, folks.
Please.
Curveball in for strike 3. He struck him out. Big curveball from Piaggio, and that will do it.
So McArthur again works somebody all the way over from first. But this time there's no home run at the end. This time there's no big shot to close it out for him.
McArthur had Josue Figueroa at third base with only 1 out and unable to capitalize.
But still leading 2-0 on that spectacular home run by Andres Stallone.
We go to the top of the 3rd inning at McArthur High School. It is McArthur 2, Cooper City 0. You are watching the Broward Game of the Week on HSBN Live. And tonight we have a full broadcast booth, including the man himself. Anthony Utariello is here tonight, and we are going to somehow lasso and corral him into a microphone position.
We'll wrangle him over here.
Hey, there's 4 of us and 1 of him, right?
Yeah, but we got to pry the camera out of his hands as he's going around the stadium here.
All I'm saying is I think we can take him. I think the 4 of us together. We'll
figure out some way.
So I'll go from left to right on your broadcast screen. I am Jay Hayback. I have with me tonight Alec Toledo, who has joined us and has, it's been a while, Alex, since you've been with us, but Alec has done many, many broadcasts with us. We also have Sebastian Caballero here with us tonight and Justin Bresner, as always. So it is a full broadcast booth, and it is our pleasure to bring you tonight's game. We are so happy you can join us. It is a beautiful night here at McArthur High School in Hollywood, Florida. Partly cloudy. The lights are on. It is 79 degrees. The wind coming from the southeast at 11 miles an hour.
Nick Villalonga.
So Nick Villalonga now will come to hit for Cooper City. Villalonga last season in only 13 at-bats did have 3 RBIs.
Watches that one fall low.
You know, Sebastian, one thing I noticed from Eiler on the mound is that he tends to rock back and lean back to his left before coming to home. What are your thoughts on his mechanics?
I think he's got some pretty good mechanics. He's trying to get some momentum going forward, add a little bit of velocity behind his pitch. I think what's more important is his finish.
Not so pronounced with that pitch, and that's a fastball over the outside corner for a strike. Working very quickly as Eiler, and that one popped up out of
left
play.
field line and way out of play.
I think he might have quick pitched him there, guys, because Villalonga did not look ready for that one.
Eiler's ahead in the count again. That seems to be the case for him every batter. He's jumping on top of them pitch-wise.
Cooper City has been more patient than McArthur. McArthur's been jumping all over the first pitch. Hit hard right up the middle, and Eiler stabs at it and somehow comes up with it. He robbed Villalonga of a hit. It was a surefire hit up the middle, and Eiler somehow got his glove on it.
Just a fantastic job by the pitcher. He's a tall guy out there, so to get down there and just knock it down and then calmly throw it to first is a great play by him.
Now batting, number 16, Joey Goldstein.
Another fastball in for a strike, still getting ahead, as you said, Justin.
Seems almost every batter he's getting ahead of. See if that continues.
Joey Goldstein, now the batter. Last season in 45 at-bats, did have 5 RBIs.
There we go. He did go.
And that's why you must get first pitch strikes, because you make hitters think that they must start swinging a lot of pitches, because every time you get ahead, they're afraid they could be struck out.
Huge difference between 0-1 and 1-0.
Count now 0-2.
And he pops that one up. This will be a
Center field
can of
going
corn
back for it.
right at him, and that will
Easy.
do it. Jose Hernandez made the play. Excuse me, that is 2 outs in the inning. Elijah Baker, now the batter, the number 9 hitter. Baker last season in 54 at-bats did have 3 RBIs.
Now batting, number 12, Elijah Baxter.
Hey, Jay.
Excuse me, Elijah Baxter. Want to make sure we get those names right for you folks at home.
So Baxter in the 9 spot here, Jay, for Cooper City. That one's in the dirt. All the way to the backstop.
Don't forget, folks, you can use our text line on YouTube. Just type in your message and we will read it online. That
Good
one
shot.
hit in right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Baxter, the number 9 hitter, gets a 2-out single. It is the first base runner for Cooper City.
First hit of the game for the Cowboys.
Yeah, unfortunately, the no-hitter's already gone.
That's a great job by Baxter there in the 9-hole. Eiler has been in a groove the entire game, so a great job to give him something else to think about here.
And that was really the only place he could put it. It was a nice fastball tailing back in over the outside part of the plate. Didn't try to do too much with it. Had he tried to pull that ball, probably would have just rolled it over to short.
A little choke and poke right there, Jay.
Back up to the top of the order with Juan Ventura.
Now batting, number 23,
Popped up, coming right at us, guys. Look out.
Nope. Behind us.
Yeah, you gotta love when hitters are always thinking up the middle or away, because that really helps them try to get around on pitches.
Curveball missed outside. You could see that Joseph Perez was outside of the plate. Even though Eiler hit the glove, it was not a strike.
Big swing and a miss. And again, he's on top of the batter, Jay. It's pretty much every time.
0-1, 1-2, 0-2.
Right.
Interesting to see here if the Cowboys put that runner in motion here.
Not much of a lead, only a 4.5-foot lead at first
Runner
base.
goes. That one's popped up.
It's going to be a foul ball. The question is whether it be caught,
No,
and it will not. A long, long run from Tyler Cachadorian, but he could not come up with it. He was off with the pitch, but oddly enough, he didn't have much of a lead there. If,
Well, I
if
think
that pitch was a ball, he would have been thrown out by 4 steps.
when this situation, you're playing it off by percentages here. If he gets thrown out, then you start off at the top of the order in the next inning. If he's in there at second base, and you got to run around second with your first batter up at the plate.
Curveball swung on and missed.
Got
He struck him out, and that will do it. No runs across for Cooper City. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. McArthur leading Cooper City 2-0. You are watching the Broward Game of the Week on the South on HSBN Live.
Good catch there, Jay. And we are thrilled to be on HSBN Live on YouTube.
I went into autopilot for a minute there. So now that we have a minute, I'd like to read from the text line. Sylvia Forbes says, so proud of my grandson, Andres DeLone. Took it out of the ballpark. Hashtag proud grandma. Oh, she did it. She hashtagged it.
And why not? Why wouldn't you hashtag that?
I love it. That's how you do it, Grandma.
You know it's legitimate when the hashtags are being thrown in.
I love it.
Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. McArthur leading 2-0 on the 2-run bomb by Andres DeLone in the 1st inning. Not swinging at the first pitch, and this is the first time we've seen any batters for McArthur not swing at the first pitch. Usually, Justin, they are all over that first pitch.
Showing a little more discipline in this inning.
And he
There's a
goes to
bunt.
bunt. It's a beauty. Here's the play to
He's
first. He's going to be safe at first.
He is there.
A bit of a difficult landing there, but safe at first was Jose Hernandez. It was a beautiful bunt down the left side of the infield. And Frankie Vasquez, Justin, came up huge with that ball. Almost got him.
Almost.
Yeah, that was one fantastic play with the bare hand there, Jay. But unfortunately, just a little bit too much speed from the leadoff guy, Hernandez.
Here comes Cachadorian again. Tyler
Now
Cachadorian.
batting, number 12, Tyler Cachadorian.
He had to sacrifice in the 1st inning to
Will he be
advance the runner.
sacrificing again? Or are they going to let him hit? Looks like they're going to let him hit this time. He did not square around. Oh, I see a grouping of signs. I see signs from third base. Might be a straight steal here, Justin. I don't think you can take the bat out of Cacciatore's hands twice, can you?
Runners checked at first. Hernandez easily back in time.
A possible hit and run could be happening here.
I think you're right, Alec, but I don't know if it's going to be a hit and run. I think it's going to be a straight steal with the hitter having the ability to swing. I don't know if the batter's going to be forced to swing here. Oh, look at the jump.
Huh?
It was a wow. He took about 4 steps towards second base and then went all the way back to first.
It seemed like he was trying to bait the pitcher to dare throw it.
It looked like that way. Popped up, out of play.
Yeah, hopefully people are paying attention here at the ballpark. Jay, you know.
And it is a full house here tonight too, Alec. We have a lot of fans here.
You know, baseball fans tend to struggle with this.
Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Here's the play at second base. He's going to be safe at second.
Slid under the diving catch.
I don't know that Cacciadorian wanted to actually swing at that. I think he swung to protect the runner more than anything. So the count now 1-2. RBI opportunity now for the right fielder, Tyler Cacciadorian. On deck, the dangerous Yordis Valdez. Valdez, of course, has already committed to FSU, and I'm sure there are scouts here today that wish he would commit to them as well.
Only one school per player, Jay. Unless, of course, you want to buy your family member in, like was the big story earlier today.
On the outside corner, he struck him out. Beautiful pitch.
We are definitely seeing a lot of strikeouts from both sides today, Jay.
That is the third strikeout for Piaggio.
And I believe Eiler has 4 on his own.
Now, it's the bat, number 7, Yordis Valdez.
Yeah, both pitchers with 3, so you're right. Both pitchers filling up the K line. So here is the aforementioned Yordis Valdez on deck. The home run man, Andres DeLone.
You gotta like how he's warming up with the 2 bats right now, preparing to probably hit another home run.
On the outside corner. Boy, Valdez saying, I can't get a break tonight, guys. Count now 0-2 to Valdez.
I don't think they want to give Valdez anything to hit.
No, I would be surprised if they throw a strike here in the next couple pitches.
Especially with a base open.
They did throw him a
Shot
strike.
for the
And
second.
Hounds one up the middle. Over to first. He
Got him. But again, runner on third for the 3rd straight inning.
2 outs now.
Come on, Dre, do it again!
So here comes the tall right-hander, Andres DeLone. Justin,
The masher.
he is 6'5", and he is all of that. 175 pounds. So in other words, I outweigh him by 50 pounds, and he's a foot taller than me.
He is a big guy and he carries a big bat, as we saw in the 1st inning. Almost an identical situation when he came up in the 1st inning as well. 2 outs, man on third. Ball gets away.
I think they got to
But-
pitch around him here.
Yeah, I think they have to pitch around him as well.
Can you possibly give him another bell tie fastball?
No. Not if you want to stay in the game, you can't.
Don't forget, Ulises Rodriguez also hit one pretty far, and he's on deck. There's another changeup. Maybe a steady diet of changeups here for DeLone.
He's taking first.
And they intentionally walked. It wasn't a UI, it was an IBB.
An IVB.
You know why, Justin? Because if they keep throwing changeups in the dirt, one of them could get by
Correct.
and score
That's
the
gonna
run.
score a run.
So might as well just give them first.
Wind's definitely starting to pick up again as well, so any of those breaking pitches might fly up and go somewhere else.
Well, the wind blowing in from right field, but what we've noticed is if you hit the ball to left, it doesn't really impact it so much.
They're going to have a meeting on the mound and see what they want to do here defensively. Ulysses Rodriguez does have some power as well with 2 on now and 2 out.
Well, I think Justin.
Now up the back. Number 9,
Ulises Rodriguez, the batter. I think, Justin, what you're going to find now is they're going to let Rodriguez hit. I don't think you're going to see DeLone on the move here. Usually first to third, we see the runner on the move, and he swung at that big looping curveball. Usually in high school, Justin, we usually see the runner at first on the move when runners are at first and third, but I think DeLone's going to stay at home right now. I think they want Rodriguez to hit. Hit hard, but right at the second baseman, and that would do it.
Wow.
A nice little L4 there to end the inning for Pelagio. He really needed that one.
They strand another runner at third base.
And another one at first.
So that will do it. McArthur leaves 2 runners on.
I think that's about 4 now for Jay that they've left on base, and 3 of them in scoring position to end innings.
And yes, they have left 3 runners on so far. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. McArthur continuing to lead Cooper City 2-0. You are watching the Broward Game of the Week on HSPN Live.
You also know that you're having the South Florida fever down here.
Well, it is Latin night tonight. We were told by the coaches it is Latin night tonight. So
We're from Dade, so we're fine with that. We know all about it.
Well, where we are, it's Latin night every night.
That is for sure.
It's a regular game for us.
The nighttime sky starting to darken here at McArthur High School. The lights starting to take a more prominent role here. It does stay lighter later, as we did set our clocks ahead on Sunday.
Much to many people down in South Florida's delight, for sure. Having more daylight means more beach time, for sure, for all the people down here in South Florida.
Unless you were talking to the people that wanted that extra hour on Saturday, then it was to their chagrin.
Now batting, Michael Hedges.
Yeah, it's a base hit, a strikeout, an L4.
Here we go. Michael Hebdig stepping in, and he takes a first pitch strike. No surprise there. Kevin Eiler has been a first pitch strike machine tonight. Look at that off-speed offering. Hebdig.
Jay, I would definitely say he's gotten ahead of at least 95% of the batters today. He's done such a great job starting off with good fastballs at the belt and then going down in the zone with the breaking stuff.
Just missed with that 0-2 tantalizing fastball.
I think that's a great point. He's been doing a great job, again, mixing his pitches all game long, keeping these hitters off balance.
Yes, imagine, you also got to love that he's also not just going up and down, he's also going side to side with the pitches of this occasion as well.
That one hit hard right at short, and it gets through for a base runner for Cooper City. It'll go as an error on the shortstop, Yordis Valdez.
Yeah, definitely had to call that an E6 there. Just he seems to not really be able to get there, so he kind of just gave up on it.
That ball had a lot of backspin, and it could take some tricky hops.
It looked like it was
once
cute, maybe even
Yeah.
some side spin too there. Once it hit the clay, it looked like it took an awkward hop.
Now batting number 14.
So we'll give Valdez the benefit of the doubt on that one. It'll still go as an error, but the error is not our decision. We just write in our book what they tell us.
Oh,
And that
launched.
Hit hard, going back, and he makes the catch. Oh, you could see the whole bench for Cooper City in the field of
Yeah.
play there. They thought that one was gone.
I thought it might have been gone. That was a rocket shot.
That was a beautiful catch out there by the left fielder, just snagging it and calmly throwing it back into the infield.
Well, that was the thing is Josue Figueroa in left field got a great jump on that one. Made it look easy.
Yeah, Jay, you were talking about adrenaline earlier on in the game. That ball gets down or goes over the fence. Oh man, that dugout would have exploded just now.
Steven Flores.
He was
Big
Flores,
swing.
big swing and a miss. Designated hitter struck out in the second. We can only assume
Looked
he's
like
got some
DeLone
pop.
had something to say. Maybe keep an eye on Hebdig at first base.
Malone, very long and lanky as a first baseman, so he can probably stretch out and get and leg out those pickoff attempts.
Another big
Another
swing and a
swing.
miss. Really hard to catch up with that high fastball. Good movement on it too.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it runs a little bit of an east trajectory out there.
Which makes you wonder if he's gripping it as a two-seamer. Big swing and a miss at that one. He struck him out.
Those were just three beautiful pitches, all fastballs. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night there, Jay. It was just a beautiful set of pitches.
Well, also it's a kick in the stomach for Cooper City because they thought they had something going there, and now instead they have a runner at first with 2 outs. Much different scenario than what we could have seen.
Definitely sucks the air out of them a little bit after
Runner goes,
He's going to take it. They're going to give it to him.
they'll let him have it.
getting that leadoff man on and then driving one to deep left. It definitely quieted that dugout up a bit. But let's see
Well,
if Senti could get something started here with
It's
two.
like you said, Sebastian, if that ball gets down or gets over the left fielder's head, Figueroa, we might be having a whole different situation and conversation right now.
Absolutely.
Here's a snap, throw to second base, and he's going to be back in time. Huge crowd here at McArthur tonight, both for Cooper City and McArthur.
You can tell these two fan bases really want to watch these two compete.
Also, Cooper City not that far from where we are,
Right.
where we're at
The proximity
tonight.
is close between them.
So not a bad ride for the fans here tonight. Makes it nice that they can both be here. Hit hard on the left field line, but
Right at the third
right
baseman.
at the third baseman. Ulises Rodriguez didn't even move. It was hit right at his face.
Great catch.
That's a self-preservation there, guys. Catch it or it makes you bleed for an
I
hour.
think he saw it in slow motion and just kind of stuck his glove up. He didn't seem to even twitch.
Senti very, very, very annoyed that he hit it right on the button, but right at the third baseman.
So that will do it for Cooper City. Cooper City in 4 innings has been unable to solve the mystery of Eiler. And guys, what I think the concern for Cooper City is they're not even making him throw that many pitches. We may see Eiler for a 5th and a 6th and a 7th,
We could.
maybe a complete game tonight.
It wouldn't be surprising. Eiler does not look like he's getting tired out there at all, Jay. Do you see any signs of slowing down?
I don't, but I think in terms of pitch count, whether he's slowing down or not, at some point, McArthur may want to get him off the mound just to make sure that he can come back in a reasonable amount of time for their next games that are coming up. Even though this is a rival game, you don't want to have Eiler unavailable for a week or two.
Especially this early.
Very true.
Remember,
So
there's no spring training here.
no, there isn't, and this being a district rival game, you have to weigh what's more important. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. McArthur continuing to lead 2-0.
Batting, Jose Figueroa.
And here's Josue Figueroa. Curveball in for a strike. Biagio has thrown that 12-6 breaker for a lot of success here. Other than the 2-run home run guys, Biagio's had it under control.
Yeah, a single each inning aside from that, but that one pitch made all the difference so far.
He's done a great job to bounce back after that home run, not letting him get to him, keeping his team in the game.
Well, if you notice, guys, he's also changed the sequences of his pitches since the first inning. He was throwing a lot of fastballs early in the count, and now he's throwing a lot of breaking pitches to start off these batters and throwing them a little off balance.
That one low for a ball.
I do like the red glove he has out there, too. It makes him very distinguished out there.
Well, I think also he's noticing that the McArthur hitters are swinging at the first pitch. Fastball riding high, tipped into the glove. He struck him out.
3 straight fastballs after the hook to start off the at-bat there, Jay and Sebastian and Justin. He seems to be throwing that curveball and then just throwing fastballs the rest of the at-bats.
Joseph Perez now comes to hit. Perez grounded out to second base in the second. It won't go as a sacrifice, but I think we all know that he gave himself up in that at-bat.
Yes, he did.
So even though it will count as an out, as an at-bat, it should count as a sacrifice. Almost hit him in the head.
Way up high with that one.
The young man, old school, has 1 batting glove instead of 2.
Night has fallen here at McArthur High School as it has gotten much darker in the last few minutes. The lights are on, of course.
It really is a beautiful field, though, Jay. They do a good job out here with the grounds crew and all that, and
They
the lights
do.
are
They
fantastic.
do. And the lights really show this field off very well. Fastball right down Broadway in for a strike.
Gotta love when you hear the snap of the glove on a fastball like that. That's just a great pitch on the outside blank.
80 plus miles an hour on that last pitch.
Cal's still 3-1, Jay, and that's the difference between Piaggio and Eiler tonight.
Throw another strike and pop that one up out of play.
Now a full count. While Eiler gets on top, Piaggio's been sliding behind early and then playing catch-up.
Yeah, that's what bit him in that first inning, Justin. That's what gave up the home run. I believe he threw a fastball and then another fastball. He just knocked it out of the park.
Big pitch.
That one popped up. This one's also
Not good.
going to get out of play. These two district rivals going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring tonight. Eiler has had his way with Cooper City, a lot of success on the mound. Piaggio also has pitched very well, other than one mistake.
That one gets by. That's to us.
Hustling to first base all the way was Joseph Perez, the catcher, and he will get first base on the walk.
Our scoreboard now is showing balls and strikes as well, so that's also good for us that we can keep you a better track of the count now. They have been lighting up the scoreboard lately.
Here's Eiler, Jay, back at the plate.
Well, we know Sebastian wants to see him hit, but the question is, Justin, do you want to see him hit?
I don't know. He struck out last time. We'll see what goes on here.
Well,
I want to see him pitch.
Yeah.
I want to see him pitch
sure.
some more.
When we were talking earlier about hitters and Jose Fernandez and how he used to be a great hitter, the Marlins have a great history of hitting pitchers, actually, Jay. Dontrell Willis, Josh Johnson, they all were very good hitters.
Very true.
Runner goes.
Here's a snap throw to second base. It's on the third base side, and
He'll get
he'll
in
be
there.
safe at second.
The shortstop didn't even get to the base there, Jay, by the time he got there.
Piaggio with the 0-1.
That's out
Outside. And the count's 1-1 here. To the pitcher, Eiler.
We'll see if we see a lot more of the breaking stuff here with someone at second base here, guys.
Yeah, those are the days, man. When baseball meant something down here, and now it's lost. Are you still on? No, I work in Japan, Tokyo. I played 7 years Tokyo. 10 years later.
Also got to watch out for that stolen base. Remember, there is a courtesy runner for the catcher Perez there at second base. Good pitch.
There.
Warren Cromartie is going to do some commentary. So if you guys can pull back, he's going to come in after this inning.
A 1-2 count here on the pitcher Eiler.
Oh, nobody covering.
A little step off move there. Gotta enjoy the pitcher trying to keep him honest. The game of cat and mouse is always very interesting when watching a baseball game, guys. It's always interesting.
Second baseman leaving a hole on the right side of the field. Let's see if Eiler takes advantage.
He tried. It's going to get down.
The ball is going to get down, and I feel that's off a base hit. Runner coming around to third. He's going to score, throw to second. He's safe at second base.
What a great job by the pitcher Eiler. Not only has been pitching great, but he hits a double down the right field line.
He helps himself out there with an RBI double to put the Mustangs up 3-0.
Take that, Justin. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Run for the pitchers.
Another courtesy runner in for the Mustangs is going to be number 5.
Now batting number 2, George Hernandez.
So it'll be an RBI double for Kevin Eiler, who does, as we say, help himself.
Yeah, I love it when the pitcher helps himself. It fires up the team more than anything.
And now it's a 3-0 lead for McArthur. Fastball in for a strike.
Is it more? Yeah. Steve has a more. The person went out there Friday.
George Hernandez from the 9-hole here.
Oh, look at that curveball. Did not quite get down.
Oh, took that one back.
Right back at us.
Second baseman this time not taking any chances. He's getting back to cover up that hole after that Eiler great base hit down the right field line.
Yeah, and guys, I had stepped away from the mic for a minute because I was talking with a legend down here and a legend in baseball, Warren Cromartie, the Crow, who is going to be coming in and sitting in with us. Big swing, a tomahawk swing at that fastball.
That was up by his eyes there, Jay.
He struck him out.
That's a great job again by Piaggio, bouncing back after giving up the RBI double, coming back and getting a strikeout.
Back up to the top of the order with Jose Hernandez.
They have not gotten Hernandez out tonight, guys.
No,
as
2 singles
Hernandez hit the first pitch he saw for a base hit, and then in his last at-bat, dropped a beautiful drag bunt down the left field, down the third baseline.
Let's see how aggressive he is here trying to score in that runner.
Nice curveball in for a strike. Hernandez mad at himself. He wanted to swing at that one.
Leadoff guys love the opportunity to try to drive in a run, especially because they don't really get the chance that often.
So 2 outs here in the 4th. 1 run is in. McArthur leading 3-0 over Cooper City in this rivalry district game.
That one's in. Wow. On top 0-2.
Remember, folks, feel free to text in on the text line. We may even read your text on the air. Just type in your message into YouTube. Fastball in for strike 3. He struck him out, and that will do it.
Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning there after giving up that double, guys. That's a great way to respond after giving up another RBI hit.
But McArthur comes up with another big run, a nice insurance run for them, and they lead 3-0 over Cooper City. You are watching the Broward Game of the Week on HSBN Live.
How you doing, guy? Good morning. Nice to meet you.
So, Warren, we're going to have you sit right here. You can talk right into that mic right there. You don't have to talk that loud. We'll pick you up, but you have that radio voice, so feel free to use it.
All right. How you doing,
Justin?
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
As promised and as advertised, in the booth now, the man about South Florida. Most of you will know him from his unique voice. I give you Warren Cromartie. Welcome, Crow.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to be here.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you in the booth with us. Not only was Warren Cromartie one of the top players in Major League Baseball, obviously in Japan as well, but also known very well for his prowess on the mic as well.
Well, did a little bit of that too. You got the gift of gab. I used to get in trouble about it, but now I get paid. Not a bad thing, you know. But hey, look, Oda McDowell is a pal of mine since playing junior college, and him and Otis Green, and he's been after me for a while to come out here and check his boys out here in McArthur. And I came out yesterday. I worked with the team, worked with some of the players yesterday, and so hopefully it carries over. And today they look pretty good right now, going a couple more innings here.
So, Crow, tell us what you're doing these days. We know you've graced the airwaves here in South Florida on QAM and on other networks. What are you doing now these days?
Well, this past year I spent a lot of time in Tokyo, Japan, and I work for MLB Japan. We do a lot of clinics. We do a lot of spreading the word here a little bit.
That one popped up, and underneath it is the shortstop who makes the catch, which is Yordis Valdez. One out in the inning.
And every now and then I do a little private teaching, so I stay in the game as much as possible.
Vasquez goes down. So Crow, that smooth left-handed swing, are you showing that to anybody these days?
Yesterday I had to break it out here a little bit, but this fundamental. Just try to keep it going. Every now and then I take some hacks to keep the swing happening. So just in case I get called on something, I'll get embarrassed.
you might get called from my league. I own AUBL Miami, and we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Juan Rivera plays with us. So
Juan Rivera, say hello for me, will you?
I absolutely will. I see Juan all the time.
Juan. Yes, I like your shortstop here. I see a bunch of scouts after him over here.
Oh yeah.
And
so far Valdez, we've noticed and we've already heard that he is committed to Florida State.
Well, that's a good thing, and I think he's got still a lot of room for improvement, like all of them out here. But baseball is a wonderful thing. It can take you a long way and get you $330 million too. You're that good.
Yeah, not a great thing for us as UM fans, but yeah, a great thing for the kid. He's on his way to school.
Yeah.
To play for a big program.
Yeah, so that's most important. He gets his education and go to a good program, improve his game.
Eiler strikes out Villalonga for the second out of the inning, and we have the familiar voice of the Crow with us, Warren Cromartie.
Hey, let me say this, man. I enjoy what you guys are doing here with the network. I think it's awesome. It's only a matter of time for you're gonna go head to head with ESPN, man. I'm telling you, I mean,
Hopefully so. Hopefully so.
That would be the dream.
They don't do baseball tonight anymore. They're getting rid on the cheap end, so they need somebody to come in and hey, supply the goods.
Thank you, Crow. It's very, very kind words. Very
It's the
kind words
truth,
from a
man.
kind man.
Well, we would get the better talent because our headquarters obviously would be in South Florida versus up in
Bristol, Connecticut.
So,
HSBN.
yes, sir.
I
High
like
School
it.
Baseball Network.
I like it. High school. Well, I played at Jackson during that era, and we had some good team. Miami High had a great team, and it was a great era. So these kids here, they got a great opportunity. Baseball is a different game now, and
Well, we have that discussion on air in almost every game of how different the game is today, Crow, and I'm sure me and you could spend an hour just
No, I
discussing.
got 5 minutes for you. We get our uniforms dirty, and these guys don't. When we play, we got our uniforms dirty. It's just a different outlook of game and different perspective.
Well, what is your opinion of today's game in terms of, launch angle and exit velocity?
I'm not a launch angle. Rod Carew never had a launch angle. Frank Robinson never had one of those. Pete Rose never had one of those. But the game is tough enough. Keep hitting simple, line to line. Keep it simple.
Goldberg draws a walk. We are with Warren Cromartie. And Crow, we have, and I don't know if you know Steve Hertz, who used to coach Miami-Dade College.
Yes.
We broadcast on the South Florida Broadcast Network Miami-Dade College games with Steve Hertz.
Okay.
And we have these conversations
Yeah.
on air all the time about the differences between baseball today versus then.
Sure.
And one of the things we will bring up is the pitching velocity. And now Major League teams are not even interested if you can't throw 93 miles an hour.
Right. So that's where it's headed. You got the shift now. You got 4-man outfield. You got the shift now. So what happened to hitting and running? Whatever happened to hitting and running? What happened to steals? You can do all that stuff in 162 games. Well, when it comes down to playoff time, it's all about moving the runner over. It's all about catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the fundamental thing. The little things stand out.
Well, that
so
4-man
big,
outfield blew my mind when I saw it for Bryce Harper.
Well.
I don't understand why he doesn't just lay a bunt down.
Well,
that's
another thing.
He could hit 800 this season.
That's another thing. But they ain't paying him $300 to hit the ball in left field for singles.
No.
But that's another thing. It's all that ego stuff. You got to do this. Look, I'll take 200 quail hits a year. But that's want to get my team to win, get me on base. You got to do what you got to do to get on base. I'm not a fan of some of this analytical stuff here today. You can throw some. I'll give you a prime example. The Dodgers last year, all those left-handed hitters come up. They didn't play left-handed.
And for strike 3, he struck him out, and that will do it. Baxter goes down on strikes. And Eiler looking very, very impressive. And Crow, we hope you'll stay with us as long as you can, as it is our absolute pleasure to have you in the broadcast booth with us.
Well, let me just tell you this. I'm on my way to Del Rey at this point in time. But this ain't the last time we're going to do this, pal.
Excellent.
Because I think I'm going to be coming out a couple times working with Onaby and the kids out here. Break out the cobwebs here a little bit. I love teaching. If they're willing to listen, that's what it's all about. But once again, what you're doing means a lot to these kids out here. I don't think they realize it, but it means a lot for exposure. We got a little salsa happening here, man.
I love the Spanish flavor down here.
We got Latin night, and they're stepping all over my man Crow over here.
Yeah, I can go right over there if I really want to. I can go right over there.
We believe it, Crow. We believe it.
Bro, I did want to ask you a quick question. Maybe
Yes.
you could be the tiebreaker. Me and Justin differ on
There you go.
How do you feel about the pitcher hitting?
And the abolition
Look,
potentially of the.
I am an old school guy. Okay, the DH. Look, if they had the DH when Babe Ruth pitched, he wouldn't have hit them home runs that he did. Okay, with the rule. I faced a lot of good hitting pitchers who can bunt, can do little things. Shazer wants to hit. I play with a lot of good hitting pitchers. And besides, it's all about strategy with baseball.
How can you play baseball without strategy?
Sebastian is literally jumping out of his chair while you're talking.
See, this is not to make him. I'm glad he's happy, but I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm not a DH guy. I want strategy. I want the banter and the bleachers and the spectator. Oh, he's got a bunt. Oh, he can't bunt. I like that. See, that's the strategy. And I played with a Hall of Fame manager, Dick Williams, and I answered that question right away. Boom. I don't like the DH. I want my pitchers to hit. He had the Oakland A's for a while, Boston for a while. La Russa's the same thing. They prefer it. So all these new rules coming in, they want to move the mound back. You better realize when the mound back, that's going to put some extra torque on that pitcher's arm to reach that bad boy.
Well,
okay.
The point I was trying to make is that baseball is a mental game, and I think adding the designated hitter takes away some of that strategy.
Well, look, designated hitters putting more offense into the game.
That's a hit.
That one down the line, looking at second base, on his way to second, and he's going to stop at first base. It's another leadoff hit.
Tyler Cachadorian.
Yeah, that DH rule, I love the DH, gives more offense. People want to see more offense, more runs scored. But the strategic part of it, it ain't happening no more. I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see the flip-flop, the changing of the outfield. I want to see that.
So in other words, Justin, you're wrong.
No, he's not necessarily. He's not wrong because Bloomberg was the first DH hitter.
Right.
You got a DH hitter in the Hall of Fame now. Put along some guys to play a little longer. OT's probably going to get in there.
Right, that's what we were saying. Some of these guys you wouldn't see if it wasn't for the DH role.
Right. You wouldn't see them if they're in the DH role. So.
All right, we got another special guest stopping in.
Anthony Utariello, HSBN, is also with us.
It's a great thing, and man, I wish we had this when I was playing this TV. Get all this exposure. Now you got Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, all that good stuff.
Are you on Instagram, Crow? Tell us the truth.
Yeah, tweet me homie. You can get me on tweet me homie Instagram. That type of thing. My lady over there does that social media thing, but man, I'm telling you.
It's a great throw to second base there by Shulman throwing out the runner.
I'm looking at center field straight up. That ain't 360. That's about 750.
with this win.
Jeez,
well, here's our shortstop Crow that we wanted to see tonight.
Pop that one up.
Well,
is there a play?
That's where he's going. Oh, he got it. Oh, nice play.
Yes, there is.
Nice
what
play.
A play.
Nice play.
2 outs in the inning, 2 quick outs.
And he's a natural right-hand hitter, but he hadn't been hitting right-handed yet. But
McArthur leading 3-0. We are in the 5th inning, and we are on the air with Warren Cromartie, the Crow.
Homie.
I was waiting for the homie. And also Anthony Utariello is here with us.
Hey guys, so I've been listening to your DH debate most of the night, and I just wanted to throw in a couple things and ask Crow a couple things. Do you think that because of the way the pitchers are being handled now at the youth level, at the high school level, at the college level, where we're going away from them hitting more, is driving the DH conversation? Because in your day, pitchers can hit. They went both ways, but now we're seeing at the high school level where they're turning them into one pony tricks, one trick ponies early.
Maybe just save some arms, save their arm a little bit. Add a little bit more offense as far as the DH is concerned. The chicks like the long ball, you know what I mean? So, it's all about offense, scoring runs. They want to move the mound back. I don't know what that's going to do.
I don't know how you're going to move the mound back because the baseball diamond is such a perfect thing right now.
You can't be messing with the game too much because you alter the game because sooner or later, like what I understand now, Major League's got to turn in their lineups before the game starts, 15 minutes before the game starts, because they got gambling now. So now you got to bring the lineups in 15 minutes. What happens when somebody gets hurt before the game? You got to scratch them out. They want the lineups because it's the line and they're betting. So if one ball player gets hurt before what are you going to happen now? What's going to happen? Pete Rose is like salivating. He's calling them hypocrites right and left.
And I think the issue with the mound is that these pitchers are throwing harder and harder these days, and what you're seeing is a result of a lot of 220 and 230 hitters of guys that just can't go the other way, like you were talking before, and so they're trying to overcompensate maybe with moving the pitcher's mound back and putting the game more in the hitter's hands again.
Yeah, they want more runs scored, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know how many pitchers want to do that as well, but you know, I played ball in Japan, and guys, you'd be shocked the amount of pitches they throw. One pitcher threw in the high school tournament, which is a huge high school tournament in Osaka, Tokyo every year. This one kid pitched the 4 games. He threw over 666 pitches in 4 games. He won't be able to comb his hair for the next 3 or 4 months. But
And how do they handle the backlash from that? How do they handle
now it's starting now because it's all tradition. Japanese is all about tradition.
And you know, Crow, I've heard you at least twice or 3 times mention Pete Rose on our broadcast
He's
tonight.
my idol.
One of the best, if not, you know, arguably the best baseball player of all time. Give us your hot take on Pete Rose. We want to hear it from the Crow.
Well, Pete is my idol. I loved him ever since high school with the Reds. I got to meet him at Dayton North when I went there for 2 years. They had a hitting clinic with L.K. Line, Bobby Mercer, Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, Frank Robinson, all in Miami-Dade. I was shagging balls. It was a highlight. Little did I know 2 or 3 years from there, me and him be chasing for the doubles title in Major League, in the National League East. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about on-deck batting, how important it is, education for these hitters to prepare themselves on deck, because they do a lot of thinking, too much thinking up to the plate. So once you get up to the plate, it's you and the pitcher. You got a plan right here on deck, the plan of what you're going to do before you get in that batter spot. So that was a big tip with Pete for me, and watching his hustle and you know, learning the game. Not running your mouth on the bench and learning the game, watching the game.
As an ex-big leaguer, as someone who's been in the media, should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame?
He should be in the Hall of Fame, but he screwed it up. And you know, breaks my heart, whatever to say that, just the way it is. He screwed it up. But now he's like got a second win because Major League Baseball is in the gambling now. You know, now they're back in the gambling now. So, but he's not going to get. They're going to make an example of him, and they're going to have to stick with it. Just the timing probably would have been a little not that good. But I love Pete, and we all know where he's supposed to be. That's a lot of hits, man. 4,000 damn hits.
Not only should he be in the Hall of Fame, he should have his own wing in the Hall of Fame.
Yes. No doubt about it. No question about it.
Curveball hit up the middle. This is going to be a hard play. Up, and he will not have a play. Throw to third base behind the runner, and he will be safe at third. Runners at the corners now.
So, Crow, you're a traditionalist, a lot like myself. How do you handle and you know, I'm constantly talking to kids and watching these coaches battle with how you know, it's a trickle-down society in baseball, and you're seeing major leaguers that are coming out, guys like Manny Machado, who are great ball players, that are coming out saying, I don't run out balls, I don't do this, I don't do that. They're watching the bat flips, they're watching the attitudes, and it's trickling down, and now these high school coaches are having a problem. So how do we solve that in baseball?
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good point. It's probably why I'm not coaching, because you know, I'm a listener, and I have experience. I have something to offer, and nothing irks me more than someone who has all the talent and doesn't listen and doesn't hustle. You give me the one that doesn't have all the talent but listens. That's the one I want. We can work together. We can work on something. Hey, look, it starts Little League, and also they start this television when they watch a lot of their peers on TV. They bring it out to the field, and they don't know how they got there. They don't know how to get out of that. They don't know the instincts. They don't know the basic fundamentals. Fundamentals are missing. I'm seeing it here tonight. A lot of fundamentals are missing.
And what chances do these high school coaches have? I mean, if you as an ex-major leaguer can't get through to these high school kids,
well,
you know what do these guys that only, you know, maybe topped out at college ball have? You know, what chance do they have to get through to them?
The thing with
throw to first, and he's safe in there.
The thing with me, with my experience, I kind of throw that at them right at the point. I whip out my baseball card. I says, anybody here got one of these? Anybody here? And I tell the parents, anybody here got one of these? Oh, okay, that means I'm the only one here who knows what I'm talking about because I got one of these. And I put it in perspective real quick. And I say to the kids, I say, look, you got to, you know, I try to talk to them as men, but I want them to listen and respond. Talk to me in baseball language each time we talk. Get them thinking.
Well, I think also it's a generational difference as well.
Oh, there's no question
he
about
is
it.
Out at second base, and that will do it. No runs across. McArthur leaves 2. We go to the top of the 6th inning. McArthur continuing to lead Cooper City 3-0, and we are with Warren Cromartie.
Let me just say this before I go here, but You know, there is a different generation. You got the Facebooks, you got the Instagram, the Twitter, all this. You got the phones now, the FaceTime. We ain't never had none of that crap. We never had that, and I think that kind of takes away from really the fundamental part of anything you do in life. Any kind of job you do in life, you got to know the basics. You got to know the fundamentals before you grow. They want to grow and sidestep the fundamental. No, you can't do that because it'll catch up with you. It'll catch up with you.
Well, Warren Cromartie, we are so happy that you could join us tonight, and I'm sure our watching and listening audience was very, very happy to hear from you too. We thank you very much for coming and spending some time with us.
Thanks for asking, and I wish you guys the great success in your business. I think you're onto something. I think these kids, they don't know how much it is now, but it will help them along the way. They can watch themselves on TV. They can help the scouts out, get a little edge here. You provide that.
Thank you.
All the best, you hear? And hopefully this ain't the last time because I'm going to be coming out again.
Well, we'll take you up on that, Crow.
And my DH is going to stay the same, man.
I agree with you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
The silky smooth left-handed swing of Warren Cromartie leaving the booth.
All the best. You'll see me again. Take care. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you.
That was pretty awesome.
Very awesome.
I just met Warren. I had to text my dad that way. That was really awesome.
What did Jordy's do last time?
Oh, he popped out to third. Yeah, he fouled out to third.
Well, guys, as we head to the top of the sixth, the Mustangs are still up on the Cowboys 3-0. But we'll see if the top of the Cowboys order can get something started. Here is Ventura.
Now batting, number 23, Juan Ventura.
Tyler, number 21, still out there, guys. He's having a whale of a game, as we know.
Yeah, he's destroying it. I mean, you don't pull him until you have to.
Well, he's 6 outs away from a shutout, so we'll see what Coach McDowell wants to do here.
Isn't me, guys? There's a bunch of gusts and winds right now.
Yeah, there's some wind coming through. That is correct.
Guys, I'm gushing.
That was definitely cool to see one of the best expos ever join us.
Not only is Warren Cromartie one of the best expos, and that one hit hard down the line, that is foul. Not only is Cromartie one of the most well-recognized expos of all time, but also as a dual threat, one of the top radio personalities that we've seen down here as well. And you could hear it coming out of him. He couldn't wait to get on the air with us. He was awesome. That one in for strike 3, and he struck him out.
Tyler couldn't help but crack a smile. He's been stone-faced pretty much all day, but after that one, he was definitely feeling himself.
So here's the left fielder, Hebdig. I can't even talk anymore. I'm so awestruck and starstruck by spending half an hour standing literally a foot away from Warren Cromartie, the Crow. And what a great guy. I mean, you want to talk about someone who really gets it, and someone who's baseball-wise just one of the smartest guys, and I could just talk with him all day.
Yeah, we had El Duque and the quick interview in Spanish, which was great over South Miami. We missed out on Napoli. We couldn't get a hold of Mike Napoli.
Yeah, that was too bad.
At Flanagan. But yeah, by far, this was our best interview with a former pro, and he loved being here.
And I'm telling you, if he had more time,
he would have stayed the whole time.
He would have stayed the whole game.
He would have done a whole broadcast.
There is no doubt. He didn't want to leave.
That one's back at us.
And let me tell you, I didn't want him to leave either.
But what we love the most is just the kind words that he spread, that we're just trying to bring high school baseball to everyone and to show how wonderful a sport we're we're showcasing out here.
Right, and now that we have video, I mean, this is crucial for scouts, for college scouts, and even pro scouts if they wanted to come and check it out. I mean, this is film. There really hasn't been any footage available.
Of course, yes.
For too many of these games.
Remember, a lot of kids go straight from high school right to the minors.
And that one in for a strike. Also, folks, just to let everybody know that we will, just as we did last week, have our HSBN Broward Game of the Week Player of the Game.
It's too close to call right now,
And
Jay.
we will have an interview. Our own Sebastian Caballero will be interviewing the Player of the Game. So after the game, folks, do not go anywhere.
Yeah, that's too close to call, Jay. I mean, Eiler's got his name in the ring there,
Well,
but
I
so
think
does DeLone.
it might be a double.
Yeah, it might have done them both. I mean,
double
right
player
now,
of the game.
those guys have been dominant.
Anthony might have to print off another one of those certificates.
Yeah, they have been absolutely dominant.
A date my daughter chant coming out of Cooper City.
Oh,
Runner
there we go.
goes. Here's the throw to second base, and he's going to be safe at second.
A date my daughter chant for a bunch of high school kids. Very, very overwhelming.
That's kind of odd because if any of them actually have daughters, that might be newsworthy.
That's a crime. Let's move on from that, Jay. It's just a chant. We got to move on like Westbrook. We got to just keep going.
Oh my goodness. Let's not get started on that. Speaking of other sports, we do have breaking news.
That one hits a right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes the runner out there. He's on his way home, and he's going to score easily. Cooper City gets on the board. Hebdig scores the first run of the game for Cooper City. McArthur now leads 3-1.
The Cooper City fans finally have something to cheer for. A great base hit, going to right field. Gotta love what you gotta see.
Jordan Schulman with an RBI base hit to right field. A good bit of hitting off of Eiler.
And again, you want to talk about the adrenaline of a rivalry game, right? This brought the Cowboys back to life. Look at the bench. They're all up on the rail cheering on their teammates.
That date that daughter chant really worked. The momentum just shifted.
What did you have for Hebdig? What did Hebdig do? Oh, he didn't.
That was the first walk he had, actually.
So the first walk of the game by Eiler results in the first run of the game for Cooper City. And that one up and in. Cooper City trying to take some momentum here. And even though the score is 3-1, Cooper City's starting to feel good about themselves. Schulman with a huge lead off of first base. And that one up and away for ball 2.
I think Eiler's starting to get a little tired out there, guys.
Well, I don't see any action in the bullpen for McArthur right now, but here comes O-to-be Young McDowell.
Yeah, they are 5 outs away. So we'll see if he can maintain.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if they'll get someone warming up after this visit. So yeah, with a little break in the action, we were talking about Westbrook earlier, but in other sports, found out that Odell Beckham Jr. has just been traded to the Cleveland Browns.
Really? Well, that is big news.
The New York Giants finally took that step in trying to rebuild, it looks like. But now, if they're going to draft a young quarterback, it's going to be very tough for them with no top 5 receiver to help them out.
Did they get anything decent for him, or just low draft picks?
We'll find out. Adam Schefter just reported that it is a done deal.
Okay.
So our own Rick Duteau from HSBN says on the text line, great interview, guys. All stats for both teams are fully updated live to the action at BrowardHighSchoolBaseball.com. So thank you, Rick.
Good to know for anyone in the audience out there.
Way up high for a ball. It is ball 3. Eiler is 1 pitch away from putting the tying run at first base. How quickly the tables have turned.
Right now, it's sounding like a Cooper City home game right now,
Yeah, it
Jay.
sure is.
It's very loud over on that side.
There's
Got
the
that one in
fastball.
for a strike.
That was a get-me-over fastball for a strike. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he's taking another pitch here, guys.
If either can somehow get a double play here, that'd be huge.
Low! He threw it low! It is ball 4. 2 walks in the inning. The tying run at first. The go-ahead run coming to the plate. We are in the top of the 6th inning here at McArthur High School. It was an early 2-run home run by McArthur. And guys, we thought that was going to be it. We watched Eiler mowing down Cooper City. Andres Stallone hit a monster bomb in the first inning, a 2-run home run, and it has been all McArthur. It was an RBI double by the pitcher, Kevin Eiler, that added the insurance run. But now, all of a sudden, Cooper City has some action.
Yeah, but listen, there is some action in the bullpen too, about to start stirring too, Jay. Looks like McCarthy has a little bit of their pitchers warming up.
And guys, there's only one out.
That was a great job there by Eiler getting ahead of this hitter. Senti has had some good at-bats so far. He flied out deep to center field in his first at-bat and lined out to third. We'll see if he comes up with a base hit here in the third.
And he's not easy to double up.
And now we're going to right center field. It's going to get down for a hit. Here it comes around third base. It's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes the tying run. And he's going to stay at third base. It's an RBI double for Senti.
Right when Sebastian was talking about it, Senti with an absolute huge bomb to right field, gets down, hits the wall, and just like that, Cooper City has 2 runners on base in scoring position, ready to take the lead.
We were 50-50 whether Suarez would take the turn around third and try to score, but with 1 out, I think
no need to rush it.
I think error on the side of conservatism here for Cooper City. You've got now second and third with 1 out.
Now the question is, do they walk and dare load the bases here, Jay, and to try to set up a double play chance?
It is a good question, Alec, but I think right now, I don't know if you want to put any runners on. I don't know. I'm 50-50. I'll give the floor to Sebastian and Justin. What do you guys say?
Well, right now you got to keep a lookout for a few things. Vasquez right now is 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups, but you never know with Cooper City. They can decide to play small ball. You got to be careful with the squeeze here.
We have a new pitcher.
New pitcher on the mound. If you put the runner on base, a bunch of different things can happen.
How would you like as a pitcher to come into this? You've been in the lead the entire game, and now all of a sudden the tying run is at third, the go-ahead run is at second base. There's only 1 out.
Well, like we spoke about before, this is a rivalry game, so the adrenaline's going to be up. You want the ball right now.
Yeah, when you have inherited runners out there, you feel like you're under a lot of pressure, but you know that if you deliver for your team, that's a giant momentum shift.
Guys, I think this is Yordis Valdez on the mound. I think the massive recruit Yordis Valdez is gonna try and keep Cooper City at bay here.
Yeah, that is indeed the shortstop about to take some reps out here pitching. Let's see what he has in his arsenal.
Well, here's the issue as it stands. The next 2 batters are Frankie Vasquez and Nick Villalongo. Now, they're both 0 for 2 on the night. But you know who else was 0 for 2? Was Conti. And all of a sudden, or Senti, I'm sorry, hit that massive double. And here we are with 2 on, 1 out. It's a whole different ballgame. So I don't know. You may have to put somebody on first.
Well, they say third time's a charm, so you're absolutely right.
Well, let's get the stats for Valdez from last season out here. Valdez in 11 and a third innings pitched was 0-1 with a 7.41 ERA. He had 9 strikeouts against 6 walks.
And here's our scouts, the guns.
We'll see what's changed with him. Maybe he's improved as a pitcher through the offseason, and that's why they're giving him such high leverage chances here.
We'll see. This is a all or nothing situation here.
Well, again, Valdez was the fans' pick to click here in tonight's game. He hasn't done it so far at the plate. Let's see if he can do it on the mound.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball.
What was it? First pitch
89 miles an hour on the fastball. Not on the fence, not on the fence.
89 mile per hour fastball for the kid. Fresh off of playing shortstop the whole game. That's impressive velocity there, Jay.
Another fastball popped him up.
Wow.
And Yordis Valdez will take control and make the catch. A huge out.
Big out. 1 more. Come on.
That is out number 2 and changes the dynamic of everything here, guys. We went from second and third with 1 out to second and third with 2 outs.
That's a huge pitch right there by Valdez, because now a base hit's going to have to get the job done.
Joseph Perez walked and scored in the 4th.
This is the 7th batter of the inning here for the Cowboys. They had previously been stuck at 4 max for the previous innings. So this is now batter number 6 coming up. Sorry, 7 coming up.
Yeah, you were right, Justin. Batter number 6. It is by far and away the biggest inning that Cooper City has had. It'll be the tall left-hander,
Nick Villalonga. And again, 0 for 2 on the night, but that means nothing at this point.
Great pitch right there.
Yeah, you are correct, Justin. It was 7.
Right, we're on batter number 7
Correct.
right now.
Valdez getting ahead there.
Fastball just missed. You can hear the snap of the glove.
Yeah, he got some pop on that.
What was it? 89 again on that fastball. Guys, we are lucky. We've got scouts galore all around us with radar guns. That one gets away. Really nice play by the catcher, Perez.
Yeah, what you don't want to do is throw a wild pitch here and get that tying run across.
No.
Gotta be the last thing and the most disastrous thing for the Mustangs here.
Big stop by Perez there to keep this game still contestable.
Time is called as the runner at third needed a minute.
Yeah, he seemed to stumble back, trying to scamper back after the wild pitch there, Jay, and needed a little bit of a time to recover.
That one low. It is 3-1. With first base open, I don't think it's as big of a deal for McArthur to walk the batter here. I don't know that it makes that much difference, but I think Valdez is trying to go after him. I don't think they're trying to walk him here.
Yeah, walk definitely doesn't hurt, but you want to try to get this guy out.
Is he taking? He is, and that one at the knees, in for a strike.
Taking all the way there, Jay. He just seems to.
Oh, that would have been a hard pitch to hit, guys.
Yeah, he seems to not be wanting to swing and possibly end this inning like this.
We talked about the adrenaline.
Villalonga looking to scrap here and keep the at-bat alive. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4.
That one was definitely a little bit inside the plate there, guys. It looked like it was right over, but that one was a little bit more inside than the pitch before.
So bases are now loaded. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second, and in the catbird seat is Joey Goldstein. Goldstein flied out to center field in the third and was hit by a pitch in the 5th.
That is the last thing the Mustangs need here as well. Hitting someone with a pitch now would also be the wrong thing to do.
So here we go, Joey Goldstein. Fastball in for a strike on the upper part of the strike zone. Right above the belt.
Shortstop tonight that doesn't have a ton of scouts watching him, but he could change all that with one swing of the bat here.
89 on that fastball. And another one. 89 again.
Those are two perfect location fastballs there.
Count quickly 0-2. He's got to be swinging here.
If I'm Valdez, I'm sticking with the fastball right here.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Maybe a curve, make him swing out of the zone?
The good old number 1 right now. You gotta go good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Right now, you got to beat him with your best.
Well, if you're Valdez, you've got to think you're going to get it by him. If you're Goldstein, you got to be thinking, I better start my swing early.
Absolutely.
But think up the middle. Do not think to pull.
Fastball missed. The entire McArthur bench was on the field jumping around wanting that third strike called.
They want it, but it was just a tad off the plate.
This is a tense situation, rivalry game, bases loaded. Here's the pitch, curveball, in for strike 3. He struck him out.
That one definitely looked like it crossed the front of the plate there first, guys. What a pitch there by Valdez.
McArthur retains the lead at 3-2. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in this rivalry game. Game of the week for Broward County on HSBN Live. McArthur leading Cooper City 3-2. It doesn't get any better than this, guys.
No, it doesn't.
Both crowds.
Are we looking at another Flanagan finish, Dustin?
Anything's possible.
Both crowds are Both crowds are.
Flanagan had to come back from behind, whereas McArthur, the home team, is still up by 1 run.
Both crowds definitely seem to be on the umpire right now, though. A couple of questionable calls there, but it seemed like he was making the right calls here from our fans.
It seemed like it from here, yes.
Guys, let's not take away from Valdez. What a great job to come in the game in a pressure situation and get his team out of that inning.
Definitely think they were the right calls there. Remember, a lot of people don't realize what constitutes a strike. It matters where it crosses the front of the plate, not the back of it. It doesn't matter where it hits the glove. It depends where the ball goes across the plate.
Absolutely right.
Big misconception in baseball that a lot of people tend to forget.
And no pitching change. No pitching change for Cooper City.
Let's see if they can get some insurance runs. That's a big thing here. They want to get the momentum back by trying to score a couple runs.
The Cowboys rolling out Piaggio again, and so far so good. Aside from that one error, that 1 second fastball he threw in the first, leading to the home run.
It just shows how much confidence the Cowboys have in their ace right here.
So here comes Josue Figueroa to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a stolen base. One's popped up, foul. That might hit a car.
And don't forget, Kevin Eiler will be coming up this inning. He had that big double, so let's see if he can find a way to get another good base hit here.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Coming right at us. Heads up.
Oh. That was very close to someone.
A lot of people in the parking lot. That's a very good idea out there.
And that must be right next to the concession stand here at McArthur.
The text line starting to heat up, guys. Oh, Emilio Fernandez says, hello, guys, the head coach of Riviera. We, of course, did his game last Monday. I also bumped into Emilio at the batting cages last weekend. Nice to know that Emilio's watching. Thanks for chiming in, Emilio.
And tell Court Young that Justin said hello.
Piaggio just missing with those last 2 pitches. Both fastballs on the outside part of the plate just missed. Here comes a 2-2 pitch.
So Adriana DeLone says, let's get it, McArthur.
Shot down
and that one's down the third base line, but foul.
Wow.
Just foul.
Seems like one of DeLone's, Adrian DeLone's family members has chimed in for sure on the text line.
As they should, if they saw that home run. That was quite a shot.
Most impressive play of the night so far was that shot for sure.
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out.
What a good pitch there. Again, just commanding with that fastball.
It is all Cooper City right now, guys, and they have to be feeling good about themselves. McArthur has had their way with Cooper City.
Perez walked and stole a base.
And scored.
And scored, correct.
Big curveball, almost hit him. Meanwhile, guys, who would have thought that Piaggio would have outlasted Eiler tonight? But here he is, Piaggio, still on the mound.
Oh, almost hit him.
Well, again,
He probably knows that he just has one job left. Keep this score at a one score game, and then maybe have the closer close it out. They take the lead.
especially in these big rivalry games, you want your horse out there. If
Oh.
he can go, you want him out there.
So not only did we have a hashtag from Grandma tonight, a proud grandma, but we also now have a hashtag of a proud aunt from DeLone. So the whole DeLone family getting in on the action. And they're all hashtaggers. There's something going on in that DeLone family with the hashtags.
Maybe we should ask him.
Big bomb is
Maybe,
what they're looking for.
maybe we should ask him later on.
That one hit up the middle and right at Piaggio. Steps and throws, and he got him. 2 outs in the inning. McArthur now finds themselves without momentum, even though they still have the lead.
Actually, Eiler's not going to come up here. It looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter here, Jay and guys.
Uh-oh.
So it'll be number
We're not going to see the pitcher
23,
again.
which will be Joseph DeSantis.
3.
Joseph DeSantis is 6'1", 165 pounds, plays second base and first base. He is a sophomore.
Definitely seems to have some type of power. That's why he's being brought up here with 2 outs. Hopefully, he can hit a home run for them.
I'm going to say he's a junior, as he will graduate next year. I'm going to go with a junior. But either way, this is the spot. Oh, there it is.
Nub down the right side. There's going to be a hard play. It's got spin on it, and he gets the first base. He beat him there, and that will do it. McArthur goes down 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's the final 3 outs for Cooper City in this rivalry game. The Broward game of the week for HSBN. You are watching HSBN Live. It all comes down to this. It's going to be Yordis Valdez coming back out to the pitcher's mound. So Valdez will have the ball in his hands, and that 89-mile-an-hour fastball will be on display for the final 3 outs for Cooper City.
And Cooper City's got to be feeling really good after last inning. You got Baxter coming up and then the top of the order.
And Baxter hits where in the lineup?
9.
Number
Good
9.
old number 9.
So we may see something a little special here, guys. We're in a special situation. It has been a special night, and we are so glad you could join us here tonight. The Reagan family throwing food at us. and we love that.
Nonchalantly tells us that since they were cooked, we must get rid of them, and Jay will gladly oblige.
I'm going to start getting a nickname as the vacuum cleaner out here. They just throw me food and it goes right down.
Night has definitely fallen out here now, for sure, guys. It is a pretty night here after a pretty day.
The temperature has dropped over 5-6 degrees in the last couple of hours. It has cooled off And we are down to our final 3 outs for Cooper City. Yordis Valdez on the mound with the game in his hands. And fires another 89-mile-an-hour fastball.
Baxter 1 for 2 on the night. And a nice single in the third.
Here you go. Go, Yordis.
87 on that one.
Not bad on the velocity at all. At this level, that's a very high velocity.
Curveball, fouled out of play. It looked like he sped up his bat there, Sebastian.
Yeah, it was. Valdez went with a breaking pitch right there.
Yeah, it didn't look like more like a safety swing there. It definitely looked like he did not expect to be
Definitely
trying
a
to hit that
defensive
pitch.
swing
But
there by
Sebastian,
Baxter.
when you agree that you don't want to speed up his bat there? Fastball just missed on the outside part of the plate.
Again, it goes back to what I was saying last inning. If I'm Valdez right now, I'm sticking with the fastball. It doesn't seem like these Cowboys
Make them
hitters.
prove they can hit it.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Smooth delivery from Valdez, and that is ball 2. The count now even, 2-2 to Baxter.
In fairness to Valdez, he did get that huge strikeout on that slider. That's maybe why he's been trusting it a little bit.
If you're just joining us, folks, where have you been? It is 3-2 in favor of McArthur. We are in the top of the 7th inning, and the curveball snapped but stays inside. It is now a full count, 3-2.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I don't know.
Although Baxter taking off his
He thought it was
equipment.
over.
Maybe he was getting brave going in there without equipment for the full count.
Baxter must have thought that it was that he had a free pass there. Not quite.
No arm, no foul. He's back in the box, ready to go.
Big pitch coming here from Valdez.
Huge pitch.
Here it comes.
Here's the pitch, and he fouled it straight back.
Great job there by Baxter staying alive.
Good at bat here from Baxter.
We have a great fence here, but it always is a little scary seeing it come right back to you.
It's low.
He walked him. The tying run is on. Yordis Valdez has walked the tying run to first base.
And look at that, a number 9 hitter, starting it off just right, like always.
Could it be? Could it be?
It's possible.
Well, now we'll see what the Cowboys decide to do with Ventura. Does he sacrifice himself, get that runner over to scoring position, or do you let your leadoff guy hit? What do you guys
I
think?
think you got to take a pitch. He just walked. Make him prove he can throw strikes right now.
Definitely.
I don't know if I'd let him out of this jam so easily.
And I would not.
Snap throw to first base. He's going to be safe.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm letting Ventura hit. I think even if he does hit into a ground ball, I don't think he gets doubled up with his speed.
That's true too.
I would not be super aggressive on a hit and run either.
Third baseman
Especially the way they've been
inching in at third base, looking for a bunt. All the way in on the grass, and he is going to bunt, and he bunts it right back out to the pitcher. Here's the throw to second base. He's going to be safe. He's safe at second, safe at first. Wow. It'll go as an infield hit. The tying run at second, the winning run at first base, the potential winning run. I should say go-ahead run, the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. Unbelievable. The bunt results in an infield hit.
Well, now it's a no-brainer. Now you're squaring around. You're laying that ball down, getting the tying and the go-ahead run in scoring position.
That throw just a tad high, and I think that threw off the umpire there, guys. I think he definitely looked like he was out.
You can hear a pin drop here at McArthur as both sets of fans are on the edge of their seat watching this game. All of the players at the edge of the dugout for both teams. This is high school baseball at its finest. Broward, game of the week, divisional rivalry, McArthur and Cooper City.
That's the beautiful thing about baseball. The Mustangs have been in control the entire game. 6th inning comes around. The Cowboys are able to put up a couple runs, momentum shifted to their side.
McArthur's going to have to meet at the mound and talk about this, Jay. Not the
Well,
spot
I
they
think
expected to be
also
in.
maybe to kind of assuage the momentum a little bit, because Cooper City's starting to feel pretty good and things starting to get a little heavy out there. Sometimes a mound visit can take some of that pressure off.
With the bench doing nothing but talking this entire time, yeah, they're definitely into this game.
I think Coach McDowell just wants to go over the bunt situation here with his defense, making sure everybody knows where they're going.
Well, he had
with the
to
ball.
think that they were in good shape with Valdez throwing that ball to second base on the last bunt. But somehow, Cooper City ended up with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the 7th inning.
That's
and
why-
now the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for Cooper City. This could not be any more tense and exciting.
And all 3 of them have reached base tonight in the previous inning.
Folks, anybody watching right now, tell your friends to put on HSBN Live right now.
Oh,
that went in for a strike.
And Valdez with a quick pitch there.
McArthur leading 3-2. Runners at first and second and no outs in the 7th inning. And that one hit hard but foul.
A lot of solid contact coming off these bats the last couple innings for the Cowboys, guys. They're starting to figure out these pitchers.
And not squaring around there.
This
Coach
has
Parker
been
getting
almost
hit.
identical, Justin, to the Flanagan game from last week.
however, Cooper City would need to take the lead here, and then McArthur would have to come back and beat him in the 9th, in the bottom of the 9th, or bottom of the 7th.
Pounded on the ground. This is going to be a tough play. Up and over to first. He's safe at first. He's safe at first. The bases are loaded. It'll go as an infield hit.
That's why you always run it out, kids.
Wow.
Always run it out.
And they have their big man coming up to the plate that he hit one to left field that almost went over, guys, remember, and he's due for a big hit.
Well, he also drove in a run.
Showman is
Earlier in
1
the
for
game.
3 with a run scored. And the date my daughter chant once again appearing.
And, hey, we can say what we want, but guys, that seemed to have changed the momentum. That chant really got them going. That's what led to that base hit.
I really hope that's not true, guys.
Well, the Mustangs are bringing their infield in. They're going for the play at the plate.
Well, they have no choice. They have to cut that
bases
run
loaded,
down.
no one out.
You are taking a
And,
risk.
and now they're in danger of losing the lead.
Well, you are.
There are no outs.
You are taking a risk with drawing the middle fielders.
Here's
in.
Shulman, pops it straight back on the curveball. 0-1. Shulman had a good rip at that curveball.
Showman looked like he was about to crush that ball if he hadn't made solid contact on that one, guys.
Valdez is thinking, someone's got to tell these guys I'm going to Florida State next year. Another curveball fouled straight back.
And Jay, it goes back to this being a rivalry game with the adrenaline. It doesn't seem to matter who's on the mound, who's playing, who's hitting. Everyone wants to be that guy. Everyone wants to come through for their team here in the biggest.
Well, when
state.
you have the infield in like you do now, it makes a 300 hitter a 400 hitter. Fastball outside.
Just missed.
The Mustangs seem to move their middle infield back.
That one in at 89 miles an hour again. He's been pretty consistent at 89 miles an hour on the fastball.
Mustangs looking to trade 2 outs.
What a situation. Bases loaded. McArthur up 3-2. Here's the pitch. And it is fouled away.
It seems like Showman is waiting for that fastball, guys. He's been swinging at the sliders, but he's swinging a little early
He
to try to
wants
get
the
to the
fastball.
fastball.
He absolutely wants it.
Did a great job staying alive there, fouling that one off.
The number 3 hitter, Shulman, is the batter. The bases are loaded. Cooper City down 1 run. It is 3-2. McArthur, top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. And he hits the ball. And it's going to be an play at home. Home for 1. He got a double play. It was a double play. McArthur
Wait.
turned a double play.
They thought it was 3 outs. but
some confusion.
Great job there by Valdez. What a beautiful pitch, guys. And a great job by the first baseman to come up firing and then go back.
It was a 3-2-3 double play in your scorebook.
Wow. What a huge momentum.
It changes everything.
Get him here!
It's a great play there by Deloney over there at first.
Up high for a ball. So now let's reset for everybody. McArthur up 3-2. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And now it's the number 4 hitter, Suarez.
Valdez needs to do everything in his power to not get Senti up to the plate.
And guys, on
he's
deck,
been on fire.
On deck, you're right, Alec. On deck is Senti. who delivered the knockout blow in the last inning. So if you're thinking about walking Suarez, think again.
Definitely no.
Popped up, out of play.
Good swing there by Suarez.
These are exactly the nerve-wracking times, guys. Bases loaded, no outs, a double play, and now with 2 outs, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Sylvia Forbes on the text line saying, "Let's go, McArthur." First base is open. Fastball gets away! Here comes the tying run! Here comes the tying run! Cooper City has tied the game! We're tied at 3! Unbelievable!
It's not over till it's over there, Jay. Great job by the Cowboys getting back in this game and tying it up here in the top of the 7th inning.
Cooper City has scratched and clawed and now has made it all the way back. We are tied. Don't go anywhere, folks. The go-ahead run is now at third base with 2 outs.
Now that is the pressure situation. How exactly are they going to get that runner in from third here, guys?
The last
That's what we want to know.
2 innings has been all Cooper City. It was all McArthur, and now Cooper City has found themselves in a position to go ahead in this game. It's going to be Steven Suarez with a 2-1 count.
Well, Alec, and to your point, I don't know how they're going to drive in that run, but you don't want it to be on another wild pitch.
Another curveball, that one inside. It is now 3-1. You can't really walk him here, guys, because that becomes the even bigger problem.
With a dangerous Zane Senti on deck.
Remember, McArthur still is going to get their last at bat here, and you don't want to give up a crooked number. Oh. And he did walk him.
Well, something to think about here. You do have a base open. Do you put Senti on and face Vasquez?
I'm raising my hand. Yes. I'm a yes.
On the day.
We have a 4-man agreement, a 4-man booth. All yes. Agree for the IBB. We are looking for the IBB here, folks.
After the double that Senti hit in the last inning, absolutely.
But they're giving signs. McArthur giving signs as if they're going to pitch to Senti here.
And I think,
oh boy.
And I think another.
And remember, a wild pitch will put the go-ahead run in, so you don't want to start messing around with balls in the dirt here.
Well, not just that, but I think you got a little bit of speed there at first base. You don't want to run into a situation where the runner on first gets on a rundown, runner on third scores.
Fastball in for a strike on the upper part of the strike zone, guys. That was barely a strike.
Absolutely. Suarez is not going anywhere. He's definitely not going to be the one to cause this inning to end.
They could have put on a play here, though. Especially if he falls down 0-2 right here.
Tie game. Yep. Tie game here. McArthur and Cooper City tied at 3. We are in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th inning. Cooper City has already put 2 runs across here in the 7th. And looking to take the lead, it is Valdez on the mound. Curveball in for a strike. That's a pretty pitch. The count 0-2 to Suarez.
That was a great pitch.
Excuse me, to Senti.
That was a great pitch there by Valdez. Getting the slider over.
Well, Valdez wanted to pitch to Senti. He's got him 0-2, right where he wants him. Is he going to give him a strike here? Here's the pitch, way up high for a ball. Count 1-2.
Changing the eye level there. Wonder if he's going to go back to the breaking ball here on 1-2. Keep an eye on Suarez there at first.
Popped up, out of play. Remember, Senti hit the RBI double in the 6th inning to get Cooper City on the board.
It's going to be an interesting pitch here, Jay, because I think he's going to get the fastball.
Let's go, get him here. Get him right now.
Tense situation. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. He foul tipped it into the glove. He struck him out.
Huge pitch from
McArthur
Valdez.
will have a chance in the bottom of the 7th to win the game.
What a beautiful game we've been treated to tonight, guys.
Valdez comes up huge with a strikeout on Zane Senti to end the inning. It was runners at first and third. The runner at first was off with the pitch. It makes you wonder if there was a play on to get into a rundown and try to score that run at third.
And I think that's what they were trying to do there, because does the runner get thrown out here, you have Senti leading off the following inning.
New pitcher.
But a great job there by Valdez getting out of it.
It'll be Shane Pearson, the big lefty. Guys, Pearson is listed on my roster as an outfielder only, so this will be his first action as a pitcher.
Guys, how do I see this game?
So Biagio's day is done, guys, but he was fantastic today as well, guys. We can't forget about that.
Toe to toe in the center of the ring.
He was huge in that 6th inning. Remember, we were talking about how they threw him out there to make sure he kept it at 3-2. And that's exactly what he did, and they got to tie the game because of it.
Kevin Eiler and Jonathan Piaggio went toe to toe tonight in a great duel. And now we're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and McArthur popped up, and this is going to be one out, an easy out. Pearson made the play.
It's a great job there by Pearson getting a first pitch out, keeping the momentum on the side of the Cowboys.
So here is the top of the order. It's going to be Jose Hernandez. He's 2 for 3 on the night. He singled and obviously scored in the first inning on that huge bomb by DeLone.
They would love nothing more than to get Valdez and DeLone up this inning, especially for Valdez, who's been struggling all night at the plate. You know he's due for a big hit.
Guys, I don't think I could take extra innings. I think I'm spent too, just like these players.
You're not up for a little free baseball there, Jay?
Oh, I would love it. I just don't know if I can take it.
After Warwick Morty was even here with us too, it's been a lot of energy.
That seemed like 2 hours ago.
Well, both of these teams have been playing great. One of them deserves to win tonight.
Someone call Crow and tell him we're still on the air. Big swing and a miss. I'm glad the Reagans brought me a hot dog, because we might be here a while.
Great.
That one in for a strike.
That's a great pitch right there.
Pearson, the 1-2.
Curveball hit to the right side. He's going to get through for a hit. Grounding first, on his way to second. Here's the play at second base. He's going to be safe at second. He is safe. It's going to go as a double.
Big time play by Hernandez, just getting the bat out there and getting it down the right field line. The first baseman is just awestruck right now. He thought he had the play, but it got through, guys.
Well, Nick Villalonga was there and had his body in front, but the ball squirted by him. It had a lot of English on it, and it hit the clay and squirted on him, and it will go as a double.
3 for 4 on the night, Jay. Now we got another contender for player of the game.
We have a fan leading the charge right now. The "Who Are We" chant.
It's open right now.
It's
It is
wide
open. We might have a Nusechi situation here, Justin.
Well, Cachadorian's looking to claim that player.
For those of you who
right
missed
here.
our game last week at Flanagan, a week ago today, it was Useche that won the game for Flanagan on a walk-off. We are in the exact same situation here right now. Curveball in for a strike.
That is one nice bender, guys. It comes in nice and slow, but a great pitch.
I gotta say, these Cowboys pitchers have made a great adjustment early in the game. The McArthur hitters were jumping on over that fastball. They've made that adjustment of starting off with a breaking pitch, throwing these hitters way off balance.
It's Tyler Cachadorian who sacrificed in the first inning and had a hit in the fifth. He was behind that fastball. He struck him out.
Yeah, after those 2 sliders, he's just been struggling. But here's Valdez with a chance when he's been struggling all day. But he is their best player for a reason, and let's see what he does here. And he's batting right for the first time today.
Once again, like I said.
All right, here we go. 2 outs, and Valdez with a chance to be the hero.
Yeah, Valdez, the fans picked to click in tonight's game.
Nobody wants it more than Valdez. All the eyes on him. All of the scouts with their radar guns and their cameras have been watching Valdez all night.
We're having a meeting on the mound.
They're going to have to walk him, aren't they? You can't let Valdez beat you.
Now with Deloney on deck.
Deloney's on deck. It's a lose-lose situation.
I think
you could walk both of them.
I think you go after Valdez right here.
I think you go after him here. He hasn't had a great night at the plate so far.
Yeah, you can't allow Delone to beat you after that home run.
You also don't want to put the winning run on third base.
Well, Delone is perfect tonight. He homered in the first, had an intentional walk in the third, and walked again in the fifth. So Delone has been on base all 3 times he's been up. I shouldn't even say on base because he was only on base for a second in the first inning, each of them.
Yeah, he's done a great job all night. He has to be the player of the game leading contender right now for sure. Especially with his family being watching the entire game.
Guys, I think people are calling their friends because our viewership is up right now. Folks, I will tell everybody, call your friends. It is a tie game at McArthur, a rivalry game. Broward, game of the week. It is 3-3. The winning run is at second base, and Valdez at the plate and looks at strike 1.
He's been patient all night, guys. He's the only one that has not been swinging at the first pitches.
Valdez is 0 for 3 on his way to FSU.
See if his patience
hits the ball to short, to Hopper, over to first, and he got him. We go to extra innings here in McArthur, and it's only appropriate after the game we've seen tonight that we play some free baseball.
Guys, what a job by Pearson coming in out of the bullpen and extending this game, giving the Cowboys
cool and calm and throwing strikes nice and smooth.
A lot of great breaking pitches as well.
Great job by Pearson. It's interesting to see if Valdez comes back out here at the top of the 8th.
Yeah, now it gets even more interesting because how far will Valdez go in this game?
Definitely seeming like it's still Valdez with number 9 taking over at shortstop.
And it will
Number
be
9,
Valdez.
of course, Ulises Rodriguez.
It will be Valdez back on the mound for McArthur here.
Walking with a purpose to the mound is Valdez, almost angrily,
You gotta love.
as he picks up the ball with disdain.
Yeah, you gotta love that he wants this badly as well. He knows he's been struggling all night, but he knows if he pitches well, it will stay a close game, and his team has a chance to win it at any point if he keeps his game tied.
And right now he's got to give his team a chance, take it to the bottom of the 8th here, 3-3.
And remember, guess who comes up to lead off next inning? DeLone. So if he comes up and hits one out of the park, this game is all she wrote.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna say that's Ty Duran that was pitching for Cooper City. As the numbers very close together. It looks like a number 11. We thought it was number 1, but it looks like it was Ty Durand, which would explain why a pitcher would be on the mound that had never pitched before. It looks so smooth. So I'm going to go with Ty Durand on the mound for Cooper City.
Because he's actually listed as a pitcher.
Ty Durand last season in 8 2/3 innings was a 4.04 ERA, 8 Ks against 4 walks, and I'm going to say it was Ty Durand. But it's so hard to see the numbers, as the 1 and the 1 were right next to each other. It looked like 1-1.
They also have a big number of kids over there, guys. They have a lot of people in that
Huge
dugout.
roster.
Yeah.
In any case, excellent job by Durant there, getting out of the inning.
Oh, and we just got someone on the text line. Justin Lopez says that was definitely Ty Durand, and giving us props. Says good job, guys. Thank you, Justin.
Great pitch there from Valdez.
And when I say Justin, I mean Justin Lopez.
Yeah. Not the Justin we have here.
Not my partner, Justin Bresner. That one hit to left field. Going back, and he makes the catch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
He got all that, though.
Figueroa just twisting and turning. He looked like he may have lost the ball a couple of times in the light, but he was able to find it and make the catch.
Yeah, Vasquez able to piece one up right there, but right to the left fielder.
Yeah, poor Vasquez. He just cannot catch a break today either. He's
flying
0 for
out
4.
everywhere, all over the field. He's flying out. Villalonga.
Vasquez is doing a very good job at short defensively.
Well, Josue Figueroa actually took the right route to that ball. That ball was hit very well, and he did the right thing by going back as his first couple of steps. He did turn around late, but made a very, very nice play, Josue Figueroa. But that's the thing also, guys, because Valdez throws so hard, Cooper City doesn't have to swing very hard for the ball to travel.
Especially with this wind.
Fastball at the knees.
The key is right here, put the bat on the ball, let it travel.
Villalonga has also been struggling today. He gave up that. He also led to that base hit we saw last inning.
Pounded into the ground. This is going to be a hard play. Valdez flips to first. 2 outs.
You gotta love that Valdez is not letting his plate struggles get him rattled on the mound after he grounded out with that runner at second base, guys.
That's a great point. Sometimes it's very tough as a pitcher when you just had a rough at bat to come out there and take that at bat with you to the mound. Valdez is doing a great job coming out, getting the first 2 outs of the inning.
Makes you wonder how many innings Valdez will throw. He looks like he's not slowing down out there.
I don't think he wants to come out of the game, dude.
Yeah, he knows that he hasn't been helping out at the plate, so the least he can do is help out on the mound and try to get this game home.
Go give me one out here, Mustangs.
JB Reagan in the booth telling us what a great game he's watching, and we are so glad to bring it to you. There's a fastball in for a strike. We might be good luck, guys. Everywhere we go, we get a barn burner of a game, and tonight is no different. Another fastball blew it by him.
Well, with the extra large booth as well, you have to have extra innings with how many people we have today.
Exactly.
Right here, we're talking about momentum. It's been on Cooper City's side for the last few innings, but a strikeout here can shift right over to McArthur.
Great point,
Fastball
Sebastian.
just missed. Oh, that's been called a strike on other batters, guys.
Yeah, that was definitely closer than
That could
than
have
should
been.
be.
That could have been strike 3.
Look for the breaking pitch right here.
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Valdez.
Wow, right
right
back
back
at
at
us. We apologize for the shake of the camera.
Yeah, the setup actually isn't that close to the fence this time, but still, it hit so hard that it rattled the camera still.
Our number's still rising on YouTube.
And a strike 3 called there. Inning over. Valdez able to get out of the inning.
What did she fall?
The
Someone
Mustang.
got so excited, yeah.
What did she fall? Yeah.
One of
Told
the
me she was
fans
okay.
just
Okay, no, she's
tumbled
okay.
into our broadcast booth. Almost took our whole booth down. We hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking.
She's all good.
She's fine.
McArthur.
So
here
we
with-
go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
McArthur with a chance to win it right here. And they got the right guy at the plate to help him do it.
One swing is all it may take from DeLone, and we've seen what one swing will do.
Question is, how is DeLone going to face the lefty here? How he's been facing right-handed pitching all day. Let's see how he looks against the lefty.
Well,
He is a right-handed batter.
You would think, as a right-handed batter,
Yep.
he's salivating at the chance to hit against a left-handed pitcher. The smooth delivery of Tyler Durant.
I actually feel like lately, in terms of a lot of baseball players, they've actually been struggling against lefties in general. Even righties have been struggling against lefties.
Well, I know when I was a player, I did not like facing left-handed pitching. Not a believer in righty-lefty. I love facing right-handers. Lefties were a little bit of a nightmare for me. May not be the case for DeLone, but we'll see.
There you go. There's your pitcher's hitting. There you go.
Well, let's see if we can get it to the top of the 9th and we can continue that discussion.
Yep. Two different rules, trains of thought, both scenarios.
You know, at the major league level, everything's different, guys. When you look at high school versus major league, you don't know we don't know what DeLone's stats are against left-handed pitchers, so we have no way of making that determination. In the major leagues, you know everything down to what they had for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Fastball way up and out for ball 1.
It seemed like he saw that ball coming out of his hands very well.
And I think in high school too, Jay, the majority of the pitchers are right-handed, so seeing a left-handed pitcher.
Big swing, he swung out of his shoes.
Seeing a left-handed pitcher is a little rare for right-handed hitters.
DeLone looks, walks, and swings like he's 27 years old, guys. Curveball, big swing and a miss. Foul tipped it into the glove. The
What
count
inning are we
0-2.
in, Jay? What
Bottom
inning do we
8th.
have over there at the scoreboard?
I think it says 8. Might be a light.
It could just say
missing.
infinity.
Way
It's
up
one of those
high.
Q codes that you scan with your phone.
We are in fact in the 8th inning, folks. That is not a misspoken word by my partner Justin. We are in the 8th. Popped up,
Center field.
settling under it, and it's over his head. I said popped up, Justin. That ball traveled. Holy cow!
Well, Wynn definitely carried that one. This kid DeLone just on fire, guys. He's been awesome all game long, and you can see why his family's super
That ball
excited for this
just
game.
kept going. It looked like a fly ball to right field and
Right.
just kept traveling and traveling.
I think we know who our player of the game is, guys.
It'll
Make
go as a
bigger argument
double.
each time. Absolutely.
Not just yet.
Now, a meeting between the batter, Ulises Rodriguez, and the third base coach to decide if a bunt's in order here, guys. I mean,
No, there's no bunt. He's taking first.
well, it doesn't really matter because you can only win the game once.
Right. So now we'll see if Josue Figueroa gets the bunt.
That'll go as an IBB in your books, folks, and we know all of you are keeping score at home. There will be a quiz after the game. And don't forget, speaking of after the game, our own Sebastian Caballero will be interviewing the player of the game, which has yet to be determined. We thought it might be DeLone. We also thought it might be, and he did try to bunt, but he tried to bunt for a hit. That was an odd play there. We thought it might be Kevin Eiler. Eiler came off the mound and Cooper City came back.
And again, when all is said and done, we could be looking at the wrong team as well.
We have no idea right now. I will speak for this entire broadcast crew. None of us have an idea who player of the game is right now.
Not a clue.
We are rising on YouTube, more followers. Another hashtag from Grandma of DeLone. Here's the bunt. He popped it up and straight back. Out of play, right back at us.
Even though it's 0-2 here, I think you keep the bunt on.
My first and only grandson, you make me so proud, Andres Dion. Hashtag making memories. Hashtag love you so much. I had to read it, guys.
Hey, read it.
I couldn't
resist.
I couldn't resist.
Hashtag proud grandma.
I think you're keeping the bunt on.
Grandma, we're glad that we could bring tonight's game to you. Curveball missed outside.
Wow. Not on. He tried to frame it, but that was definitely outside numbers.
The count is 1-2 here, guys. There are no outs.
There's nothing more.
And the batter is Josue Figueroa.
Nothing more tantalizing than that curveball just hanging up there.
Foul that one out. Count still 1-2.
May have missed his pitch right there, Jay.
In case you're curious, it is Joseph Perez on deck, the catcher, and then it would be the spot where Kevin Eiler was hitting, who has been subsequently replaced.
DeSanctis, we'll see if he gets up again.
DeSanctis, yes.
That one hits a right field. Tagging up at second base. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. And he's going to be safe at third.
Cut off.
That's what you call.
It's a sacrifice fly.
That's what you call a productive out, guys.
Very productive out.
I think you put the runner on here, load the bases, get an out at any base with one away.
Or they're just going to play for the double play, depending on if they decide to steal. If they decide to steal at first.
A meeting at the mound for Cooper City. A raucous crowd here at McArthur High School. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. The game is tied 3-3. It was McArthur putting up the first runs of this game, and Cooper City came roaring back late in the game to tie the game. And here we sit now in the bottom of the 8th inning.
It really was a domination for the first 5 innings, Jay, until the last 2, where Cooper City just have found a way to get a momentum.
And they are putting him on here to load the bases.
They are, okay.
There it is. So Perez will be intentionally walked. That's his second walk of the game.
Good move there by Coach Clark. You want to try to get an out at any base. Double play possibility to end the inning.
So who's it going to be?
However, Perez had a walk so far in the game, whereas, Eiler is out. So yes, that was the move to make.
Who is he going to tap on the shoulder here?
We'll find out in a second. Looks like 23.
Will be DeSanctis.
It will be DeSanctis again.
He already came in to pinch hit for Eiler earlier. Let's see if he can be the hero.
So Joseph DeSanctis, who came in for Eiler way back in the 6th inning.
Get another shot here.
Do you dare not sacrifice, but do a squeeze here at all, guys? Would it surprise you at all?
Well, Justin, to your point here, This is the pitcher's spot.
If Joseph DeSanctis pushes this run home, it will be a substitute for player of the game.
Yes,
that's why coming into the game, you always got to be ready because you never know when your number's going to be called. It could be you that decides how the game's going to turn out.
Nicholas Dom says, Coach Clark is the man. Good decision, Coach.
Outside of that one.
Not a good start there for Cooper City. They did not want first pitch ball, that's for sure.
No. Sanctus calls quick time. Check his sneakers. Or spikes, I guess you would say.
And Durant's got to make some good pitches here. You don't want anything in the dirt. You don't want anything Shulman can't handle to get by him and have the winning run score on a wild pitch here.
HSBN Live, bottom of the 8th inning. Suicide squeeze! They're gonna win the game! They're gonna win the game! It was a suicide! It was a suicide! DeSanctis got the bunt down!
Exactly what I thought may have been an opportunity.
DeSanctis got the bunt down. Had he not gotten the bunt down, the runner would have been hung out to dry. It was DeSanctis.
Well, guys,
what a fantastic suicide squeeze there. I knew the play could possibly be on, and it worked to
My vote is for DeSanctis.
I think so too. DeSantis, player of the game, winning it with a daring suicide squeeze. Unbelievable.
Can you believe it? In the bottom of the 8th inning, it was Joseph DeSanctis who came into the game in the 6th inning
go
for
down
Kevin Eiler.
Guys, because no one was throwing to first there.
What a play.
Unbelievable. He got the bunt down on the suicide squeeze. What a game. Broward Game of the Week on HSBN Live, a rivalry game. It was McArthur taking down Cooper City in 8 innings. There were extra innings. McArthur defeats Cooper City.
We needed the extra innings.
The final score is 4-3. We will have an interview. It will be Sebastian Caballero
You too?
interviewing what we believe is going to be Joseph DeSanctis.
Any afternoon games is going to be tough, but any of the late night games.
Do some night ones?
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Oh, that's a great day to come back.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We will have a post-game interview. Sebastian Caballero will be interviewing what we believe will be Joseph DeSanctis. Stay with us, folks. HSBN Live.
Wow.
Cooper City was down early on the home run by DeLone. It was a 2-run home run in the first. An insurance run was added when the pitcher Eiler had an RBI double for McArthur. Cooper City came all the way back to tie the game in the 7th, had all of the momentum. But it was the substitute, Joseph DeSanctis, with the suicide squeeze to win the game for McArthur.
Double play.
Edwin, they said that Eric took
We'll
it.
put him in the middle. Joy, get right in the middle. You stay here. There we go. Hook him. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Right. What? a little bit.
Well, guys, an excellent game. Great game throughout. Went to extra innings. Great win overall. Andres, I'm going to start with you because you had a big home run there in the first inning. What were you looking for in that at-bat?
First pitch fastball. I knew they weren't going to throw me too many more strikes. My dad coaches on the other team. So I was looking for a first pitch fastball, and that's what I got, and I drilled it over the fence.
And then in this last at-bat, you got things started off with a double. What were you looking for there?
I know I faced him before. I know he's a lefty. His ball tails out. I know how his curveball moves. I was looking for something on the outer side of the plate. And I got it. Drilled it to right field.
When Coach called that suicide squeeze, what was going through your mind there at third base?
I knew I was getting there. Even if he didn't get the bunt, I was getting there.
Andres, great job.
Thank you.
And now for our HSBN Game Day Player of the Game, Joe DeSantis. Man, you came in halfway through the game. Did you expect this? Were you ready for that?
I mean, I don't think you could ever be ready for it. You know, it's a tough moment, and all you have to do is put the bat on the ball and play situational baseball.
So again, same question that I asked Andres. When Coach called the suicide squeeze, what was going through your mind?
Just get the ball down. You know, that's all I wanted to do. I know he was coming home, and wherever the pitchers throw, just get the ball down, and hopefully win the game.
Great job, man. Great job today, Coach. Coach, that's a huge win. Cooper City had won 4 out of the last 5 meetings up against you guys. You guys came in here today, got a huge district win. How does it feel?
It's a great feeling. Kids are battling. Come out, tell them execution. And right man, right spot, doing that squeeze situation. So I'm elated for the kids.
I have to ask, because you don't see very many games end that way. What enticed you to make that call? Go for the suicide squeeze there?
Just one of those moments, you know. You get in the ball game, you're into it, you're watching the situations, you got the players, you try to plan prior to and predict what you might have to do. And right man, right spot, right situation. Great call. We executed.
You got a great outing from your starter. Kevin did pitch phenomenal throughout. What was the game plan attacking these Cowboys hitters, shutting them down early on in the game?
Well, again, I teach them and preach to them to execute. Go out and make the routine plays and just make sure we don't give them any extra outs. We did a great job of that. Pitching's been well. We've been swinging the bats pretty well. So that's basically what we want to do. Be aggressive in the strike zone, swing good strikes, have good at-bats, don't give things away. And, Kevin threw the ball well. And Yordis came in and followed up with it and continued to do the same thing.
Well, 3-1 start for you guys. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Great job, Joe.
Good job.
Our player of the game, Joe DeSantis, Andres DeLone, and Coach McDowell.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have been watching HSBN Live Broward Game of the Week. It was McArthur High School winning in extra innings, defeating Cooper City, their district rival, 4-3. It was a suicide squeeze that ended it. For myself, Jay Hayback, and my broadcast partners, Justin Bresner, Alec Toledo, and Sebastian Caballero, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next time on HSBN Live. Our next broadcast will be Thursday from Taravella, as Gulf Coast will travel in from Southwest Florida to face Taravella on Thursday at 5 o'clock on HSBN Live.